on a flash of white, as the world, time, and everything vanishes for our queens. While this sensation is oddly familiar, recalling the way that Narigoth influenced their minds during the first attack, this one seems different. Hannah, as you open your eyes, you find yourself standing in a field. A beautiful grassy field from your childhood right outside of the city where you and your mother grew up. You see a small version of yourself sitting in the field.
Oh,
picking flowers.
Fuck.
As soon as you say that, she kind of perks up, and turns around and looks at you. Oh.
You can see me?
Yeah, you can see me.
Yeah.
Weird.
This is different. Last time I was here... Wait, is your mom alive right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
What happens to her?
She dies. But that's okay, because she doesn't go away. Sorry, should I not have told you that?
Am I okay? Are you okay?
That's a funny question. Yeah, I'm okay. Because you're okay. We're okay. Because you have good people around you.
Am I a good person?
That's questionable, but I think you try your best. Try your best.
Hannah, what are you running from?
Jeez, deep question, kid.
Well, I'm you, and you're me, and well, this appears to be a place in time. It's out of time. We're out of time, Hannah. We're all out of time.
So you're feeling it too? Have you been stuck here for a while? Or did you just show up here?
I'm always with you, Hannah. I'm you.
I wouldn't want you to see the things I've done.
I'm going to. Just... Can you tell me it's all gonna be okay? Can you tell me it's worth it?
Yeah, it's totally worth it. It's all gonna be fine.
You see the younger version of you come towards you and hold your hand and just grip it tightly. As off in the distance, back in town, you hear your mother's voice calling out to your younger self.
You gotta go.
I think we both do.
I can't.
As you feel the whiteness kind of disappear from you, we cut to Betty. Betty, you find yourself waking up in a cozy king-size bed. The quilt has a very cute but simplistic sunflower design. There is the smell of honey coming from the kitchen as the sunlight feels warm against your face. As you roll over, you're not alone in bed.
Where am I?
Hey. Oh, okay.
Hey.
Betty, why are you poking me, Betty? Just let me sleep. As the figure turns over and it's fairy.
Hey. What's up? Long time to see.
Betty, what happened to us?
I had to go. I think we tried. We gave it a good shot, and I just had other priorities.
Betty, what are your other priorities? Are you so terrified of losing the queens that if you try to be with someone else, you can't?
I don't know. I just feel like I'm happy to spend time with everybody, but I would just rather be with my family that's already my family, and we had a great time, and I really liked you, and I still like you.
Betty, what happens when you end up alone? What happens when that happens again? Who are you going to turn to? Where are you going to go? Have you even thought about that?
No, I haven't, because I'm not going to be alone. These guys they're my friends. They're not going to leave me. We're always going to be together.
Betty, you've seen what's happened to them. You don't know what's going to happen in the future.
Well,
the path you're on, you sense it is not safe. It's dangerous. What if they die? What happens when you're the only one left?
I'll know. I've done my best to stay with them and protect them. And if it doesn't work out, at least I did something and I tried.
Perhaps I had you pinged all wrong, Pidge.
Yeah, I'm kind of a drunk and I do a lot of drugs. That part you got right.
I hope I get to see you again.
Me too. Hopefully the whole town doesn't explode.
Well, you can say you gave it your best shot. As you feel the white kind of come over you and bring you back into reality. We cut to Ven, a young fawn druid who stands in a pool, a golden pool, Ven at the north end with Draco Van Helsing at the south.
Hi?
Hello there. I see that you are the next in line.
Oh,
Your time has come. The triad must always have 3 members. My time here is ending, and thus you must take my place.
this is really happening, right?
Yes,
Like, seriously happening.
this is it. You have been chosen not only because of your abilities, your impressive abilities of druid magic, but also, well, I will say this job comes at a price. Those that become members of the triad lose all family members. You become a person of the world. You have no longer family ties. Your family will forget you. Your friends will forget you. You will simply be acting on behalf of the realms themselves. And I will say the fact that you very much carry yourself alone has brought you here today as well. You have truly hardly any ties to cut.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm really sorry about what happened to you, but I'm very excited.
You see Draco kind of smile as the light starts to fade from his eyes. He walks towards the middle of the pool, and then you feel yourself being pulled towards the middle of the pool as well.
Honor and glory, right? I'll get that.
Honor? Sorry. Your accent is very contagious. It's very contagious. Yes, honor and glory. Now give me your hand.
Yes, of course.
You feel your hand and his scaly kobold hand embrace, and around your hand, this golden triangle forms. As you both close your eyes, and you suddenly feel a rush of magic through your veins, a rush of power, and yet a rush of calm. As you feel Draco's hand fall limp in your own. It has been done, young one. May you serve the Triad until death becomes you.
I'm looking forward to it.
Draco then falls backwards slowly into the pool, and as soon as he hits it, he's gone. And you start to feel the white light disappear for you. Finally, we cut to Braga. Braga, you find yourself walking in a very familiar wood at night. The cicadas you can hear softly on the wind as there's a light humidity around you as well. You know it because, well, this is close to the swamps. This is close to the woods that you once called home. As you see a figure sitting on a stump, smiling at you.
Do I look like me now? Or
You look
then?
like you now.
Okay.
Braga.
I
It suits you.
Yeah, I guess it was always there.
The smiling form before you is your first love, Cleric.
It's good to see you again.
It's good to see you too.
I'm so sorry I couldn't save you.
Braga. Braga, you're still an orc. You know that comes with, well, our blood, our line.
It doesn't have to. That's the whole point of what I was trying to do.
And you're going to keep doing that. Braga. Sorry, I'm...
It's okay. It's a new name for you. I get it.
Anytime great change comes, there are casualties, whether they be physical, political, social. And perhaps I was just one of them, but I know that my death was for a reason. My death, whether you like it or not, it's got you to where you are today.
Should have been me.
But it wasn't. Because you have something. Your destiny is far greater than mine ever was.
Everyone just gets hurt around me.
I mean, I fear that that's life. I fear that is the path that you're on, Braga. I know what happens, and you just have to keep going. Everything will be okay. You were picked for a reason. You're here for a reason. Braga, you're the best of us. Know that.
I'll try my best.
I know you will.
But what if the reason that I'm picked is to make this thing happen? I can't get that phrase out of my head.
Well, fate is what's set in stone, but free will is what leads us there.
People keep telling me that, but I don't know what it means. I don't know how to fix it.
Braga, the only way you can fix it is by being the best person you can be. Make the choices that you want to see in the world. Your path may be fixed, but your choices, they're still yours.
I'll try. I wasn't able to save you, but I can save others, and that's...
Braga, you're going to save us all. As you feel the white light come out of you. we cut to Violet, who stands there in a space that slowly starts to come to, and it's her family home. It's similar to a vision she's had once before, but suddenly coming through the door is not only her mother, but also her brother Barry and her father and Orc Dave, and they stand there and they look at her. And then she feels something in the real world. And then for Violet, everything goes black. And finally, we cut to Dee. Dee finds herself standing in a pool at the base of a waterfall in her homeland, in her hometown, near where her home is. She's seen this place many times, as she constantly is taken back here during mystic vision trips such as this. But as Dee stands there, she feels two hands place themselves on her shoulder. And from behind her, a voice says, "Dee, we have been waiting for you." As for Dee, it doesn't go white. It doesn't go black. It goes gold. As Hannah, Betty, and Braga, you start to come out of these visions. You feel the tentacles of Narigoth wrapping around you as you begin to pull them off, knowing that these were the mind tricks of this god, but perhaps of something else as well, since being out of time and the time that you have inflicted on this time has altered time. Who knows what's real and what is not? As you look around, you see Violet passed out on the ground, cold.
Ooh, Violet, Violet, Violet. I try to smack her awake a little bit.
She's non-responsive.
Guys, what do we do?
We put her somewhere.
What?
Safe. We just get her out of the way. What about Dee? Where's Dee?
Hannah, as you say that, you hear Dee go, "Guys?" As Dee just disintegrates into gold dust behind you. And there goes your healer.
Oh my god.
Dee. Hey, Dee.
And there goes your shot at returning to the present.
What if that's gonna happen to us?
Ooh.
Am I there with them? Or
No.
Okay,
Oh, wait,
that's what I was
sorry.
curious. Okay, that's what I was.
Hannah. Actually, no. You are there.
Okay.
The tentacles of Narigoth have pulled you all together. So Hannah and Braga, while you were in the room with Garrig and Sawyer, right as you stopped the agents of Arius, the tentacles wrapped around you and pulled you into different planes, into different times, into different places in your mind. And that, Betty, you were brought forward. And Violet was also brought, as well, as almost if Narigoth was bringing you here for a reason. But now, you're only 3 rat queens. When suddenly, the 3 of you notice that there is someone else standing in the room with you. Seemingly, Garrig and Sawyer are also gone. This is different from how you remember it. When standing in the corner, you see a fawn dressed in a black garb that looks very similar to the robes that Andreas Longshot and Draco Van Helsing have both worn, with very angular triangles accenting the garment.
Hey, new person. Are you like the third one of the triangle? Do you also have a black business card where it's like only has a black triangle on a black business card and it's like very hard to read?
Actually, haven't checked my pockets for business cards, but yes, it is I. I'm part of the triad now.
Now? Like you haven't been part of the triad before?
Yeah, I thought there was 3 because tri is 3. No?
Oh yeah, I took that fellow
Draco?
scaly guy. Yeah, that guy. I took his place.
Do you even know what you're doing?
Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
Then what just happened to our friend D here?
I don't know what she's doing, but I know what I'm doing, sweetheart.
Sweetheart! Oh my
Ah.
God! Okay.
Hey,
All right.
hey,
It's
hey.
fine. It's fine.
Settle down.
It's okay.
Gotta take care
Sweetheart.
of the...
What's
Okay.
what's gotten this girl? She hungover? Why is she on the ground?
Violet, we don't know. We just woke up here. Did you just appear here? Did you wake up with us, or did you walk into this room and see a bunch of people passed out?
All in good time.
Good time, sweetheart. I'm
right.
gonna. Oh, where are we?
You find yourself no longer in the Manor of Palisade, the disheveled Manor of Palisade. Instead, you find yourselves standing in a courtyard miles down.
How did we get down here?
As you look and see in the sky above you, you see Narigoth slowly entering into the realm, his tentacles expanding across Palisade. But this Narigoth is somewhat different. You remember the inky purple, terrifying, godlike beast. Now has golden lines emphasizing his tendrils and tentacles as you see more tears in time opening in the skies around him.
Oh man, guys, did we accidentally power up the squid god?
I think Krona did. Guys, it can't be on us.
I don't know.
Okay, well, what's Narigoth doing?
Are you
Fawn.
asking me?
Yes, Fawn. What's your name? Sweetheart?
Oh, I like it when you call me sweetheart. The name is Vin.
Ven?
Yes, like a diagram.
I don't know what that is, but sure sounds weird.
So, I'm gonna assume I'm here to, like, help you fix things?
Can you fix our Braga?
I'm no healer,
Look,
sweetheart.
Can someone just pop my arm back in the socket? That would be fantastic.
I do it without her, like, before she finishes the sentence.
You want to use magic to do that?
No, I'm just gonna grab her arm and do it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll take damage.
Roll me
if
2d6
it
plus
gets my arm
guts.
back. Yeah.
Please, hey, don't, hey.
I know, but I'm
be
good
careful.
at guts.
Please be careful.
I'm good at guts. 5, 12.
The 12, all right. I'll say because you're popping her arm back into place.
Is it a healing pop?
It's a healing pop. I'm gonna say you get 3 points of health back because
hey!
you can now use this
Yeah.
arm a little bit. You're still in a
bad
way.
Yeah,
way.
I am. The kid. Lionel?
Lighten.
Lighten was there, and I got him, but I don't know what's next.
Wait. Whoa. The creepy twin came here?
Yeah.
I thought he was in the crack, the hole. Oh, God.
Yeah, I can assure you he was definitely here.
Oh, gosh.
Did we kill them, though? Did that
I mean,
happen?
I don't know.
Because I don't remember.
I hit him real hard, and then I don't know, and I'm in a lot of pain.
I know, but I don't know what to tell you. We're down 2 queens, and we have a fawn.
You're up, because I'm part of the triad.
You're not a queen. You could be part of the triad, but we've been willy-nilly telling people that they're queens. And
Yeah, you know the whole triad thing? I'm a little confused because I kind of thought, like, because Draco was like, I'll be back, and he was like very mysterious about it, even though he was dying. I kind of thought he was just
Wait,
gonna...
Draco's dead?
oh
Yeah.
Oh god.
He,
to be fair, I thought he was just like gonna come back because he was being super mysterious about it. But I think,
that sounds right.
but
but now we have a fawn.
so
Yeah.
did you see? How did he tell you to replace him?
he was just all kind of mysterious about it. We shook hands, and then he was like, I'm Draco. Take my place. And so,
Do you have any knowledge about what we're dealing with here?
no, this is kind of your mistake. I think
Our
I'm here
mistake?
Yeah. I think I'm here to help you fix it.
We
Ladies
get on
and
the hook.
gentlemen, it is time to begin that poll right now.
Oh my god.
We sure seem to be on the hook for a lot of things that we're kind of thrown into.
All right, guys, I think we should get out of this creepy courtyard because gold powered up squid octo god put us here, and I feel like that's bad. But we have to get Violet out of here, and we're missing D.
We got D. There's a D here. We gotta find the D here to at least heal us, and maybe, I don't know.
No, I think that's a great idea. But I'm gonna... yes.
I mean, she's probably a little bit busy, but we gotta, like...
I mean, she's already gonna try and put the mask on. Hopefully we haven't screwed up the timeline that much.
Yeah, maybe she can make this
have.
one go away. Let's try to go to where the rat queen we know we were during this time.
Yes.
So storming the gates of this place?
I guess so. Maybe we just sit and wait?
D disappeared into gold dust, right?
I think that's a good thing.
I hope it was like time travel or something. I'm trying not to think about it too much.
Yeah, I'm hoping if it was just gold, I'm sorry, was there purple? Did anyone notice purple or just the gold?
Just gold, yeah.
Just gold?
So maybe Krona? I don't know.
Maybe Krona? Good. Positive, stay positive. Krona.
Okay.
And as soon as you say that,
Oh, gosh.
all of a sudden, you see a tear in time appear again. This kind of golden stitching as it becomes unraveled and maws open. And from out of it, you see a human leg stick come out. And then a whole human form. And standing there is a 6-foot-tall, muscular war priest who wields a war hammer with a clerical sigil on it. She looms over the rat queens, but as soon as she sees you, Betty, she smiles. And Betty! As this 6-foot woman comes over and just grabs you and hugs
What's happening?
Don't kill her! Don't kill her!
Hannah, I'm so, oh my gosh, you all look so different. Where am I? What happened?
Who are you?
You don't know me.
I don't think so. Maybe I
It's
get
been a
that.
really long day.
Well, I'm so... As she turns around, she looks at the tear that closes. Oh, gods. Oh. When am I?
That's a long answer.
The octopus from the sky comes down and whoosh, everything.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the first fall of Palisade. Oh, well, I'm...
How far from the second fall of Palisade are you from?
How many falls of Palisade are there?
Yeah, that seems bad.
At least 2.
Well, the second, of course, was at the Summer Solstice Festival
That's
with my mother.
Oh my...
You helped her out.
You were
And
a
that's where she
dwarf.
met my father. No. I mean, Winnie essentially was like a big sister to me, but no, my name is Laloon Rains. I'm Aveline and Derman's daughter.
Oh, I'm
Derman
glad that-
Rains and Aveline.
I told you I shipped them.
Oh my god. Yeah, we don't even know you.
Yeah, we haven't met you yet.
Yeah. So I'm the first. Oh my gosh. Hi. Are you a rat queen in this time?
She's not a rat queen.
No.
I'm definitely
not
not a rat queen.
Oh, thank you. At least we're on agreement with something.
Seems
I'm
rude
better
when she says
than
it.
a rat queen.
All right.
like she doesn't. Do you not want to be a rat queen?
Yeah, you came to us.
I mean, rat queens are fine, but I'm part of the triad. I was chosen.
You're part of the. I've only read things in books.
Yeah, well, in the flesh, right here.
Wait, how am I not forgetting you as soon as I'm meeting you? I thought that was a whole thing, that like the triad, even though you interact with them, your mind is completely forgotten of them, as they are people who serve across time, and they help set the world straight, but no one is to know.
Well, hold on. I wasn't told that when I signed up for this. You mean people aren't going to remember me? And all the cool things that I do?
No, they'll just happen, and the world will be better for it, but that's what I've read in books and tomes.
Well, we met Draco. We remember Draco.
Yeah.
You guys met that dude, and you guys told up on the dude in Cascasaria.
Yeah, business card guy.
Yeah.
But you're also... Oh, I shouldn't say anything, should I?
No,
Why?
say it.
No, say,
Yeah.
you should say all the things.
Do
Because
it.
we're trying
Catch
to
us up.
change it right now.
Talk to us, yeah?
Yeah, we have no
It's
information.
kind of jacked up anyway.
Well, it has to do with the Chaosiums, I'm sure. What my mom said how you helped her with that. You're rolling your arms at me. What does that mean?
Keep
It's
it
like,
going.
Yeah.
Cut to the chase.
The Chaosiums, it's surely to be with your interaction with those artifacts allow you to, I'm assuming, talk to the Triad and remember them. The fact that not only are you on the same mission as them, that will probably...
Okay, we're clear on that part. But what's the next thing that you're going to tell us? Because that part we're good on.
What happens in your time? How? Because if we haven't met you, then you're from further forward than we are, I think.
Much further. She's an adult woman.
She didn't exist when we were
Well,
around.
that's what I'm talking about.
I suddenly don't know.
See, this is why we don't let them monologue. They monologue, and then something happens before they get to the good stuff.
You got a really great point.
Listen, I'm sure I've been brought here to help in some kind of capacity.
Okay.
Do you remember any like healing spells? You got a lot of priestly stuff on you, so
Good eye.
Mom always told me it'd be best to be a paladin, and well, that's what her daughter did. You need healing?
I would love some healing.
Well, what about this lady on the ground? I mean,
Oh, yes.
Yeah, get her
God.
first.
You guys completely forgot about your friend.
Get her first.
No. She
Oh my
just
gosh,
says that.
Violet!
Oh my god, you do know her.
Yeah, where's Dee?
She's
She's
dust in the wind
We
right
were
now.
going to ask you that, to be honest.
Long story.
Listen, let me see what I can do with Violet here, and maybe I can help you look. I don't know, you, Braga. What
That's
did
not
they do
my
to you?
looks.
I
I
think
don't-
she
No,
looks
you
fine.
just. I mean,
Thank
you're
you.
just. I mean, you're just covered in blood, and it just does. You look like you're in pain. That's what
Oh,
I'm
I'm
saying.
in a lot of pain,
Yeah.
but she's knocked out, so let's try her
Okay,
first.
let me try her first. As you see Laloon kind of come over as she takes her warhammer in the air, and you see her kind of summon this light blue magic as her warhammer becomes encased in it, and she brings the warhammer down in front of Violet's body, and you see Violet's body start to kind of rise in this light blue glow, and you see Laloon focusing. As Violet falls to the ground gently and the light disappears. I don't know what's wrong. Something is keeping me from healing her. I mean, she just seems to be out cold. I don't know where she is. She's here, but there's a part of her that isn't.
Well, I was going to say that it's kind of weird that we came back from our memory realm so easily, because last time that wasn't easy, so maybe she's just really entranced. It's still kind of hard to know what's what. We just have to get her to safe territory. You got to heal Braga. We got to get used to a fawn being part of our...
Here.
Well, she's here to help.
If she got knocked out while she was still in the memory realm, maybe she can't find her way back to herself.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That's the best case scenario. She's probably not hurt. She's just a little shocked.
I'm a little hurt. I mean, jeez. Okay.
Do you want to talk about it right now? Because there's a big golden purple octopus
No,
in
not
the
at all.
sky.
It's fine.
Great.
I'm just here to help you, but sure.
I'm not saying it's a negative thing. Just kind of assimilate yourself really quickly.
I mean, we're gonna need help, Hannah. Look at
I'm
us.
not
All right,
against
this
it.
is lovely. I really need some healing. Can we
Great.
just get to that?
Let
That'd
me
be
try it
fantastic.
again. Let me
Thank you.
try again. All right. You're with me, so this might be a little bit easier. As you see Laloon hold her warhammer up in the air, she closes her eyes. You see her mouth kind of move, and she's chanting this soft chant to herself as her warhammer becomes encased in a light blue glow, and she brings it very close to your forehead, and you almost feel this warmth from this glow. It's like a cool summer breeze on a warm day. It's kind of that mixture of cool and warm, refreshing. As Braga, you're healed for 7 points of damage. As you start to feel some of the bones, your ribs, mend back together inside of your body, and the gaping wound on
I had
your
a giant
chest.
hole in my
your-
chest,
your-
yeah.
The giant hole in your chest begins to close and sew itself back together.
Gotta say, I'm pretty jealous right now.
I mean, I'm a
if
little
you-
turned on, honestly.
What?
What? She's like
Well,
my
She's an adult woman. She's 6 foot tall.
But she's a kid to us.
Is she? How old are you?
I'm like 19.
Is that like your thing?
No.
19-year-olds?
This is as a nubile body. I'm just saying.
This is classic Hannah. You're just like this when you're 40.
40? 40? I live to 40?
Hannah, you're like half elf, so.
Well, I just always thought I was going to die in some glory blaze, you know what I mean? Like,
You still could
At this rate,
40.
probably.
well, no, most elves go at 37. It's like the age, like where you like crash and burn real hard, and like I was expecting like to be like a comet hitting the ground, you know? You ever hear of Candace Coughlin? Man, she just like, and also
What kind of a name is Candace Coughlin?
Mimi Bendrix. He was like really great on the lyre.
Yeah.
Kami Quimehouse. I mean, Hannah, if you want me to kill you when you're 37, I'll do it. But
No!
I think, okay, let's go on with what we have to do today.
I know I'm the leader now, so let's go.
All right, settle down.
When suddenly, Ven, thank you, chat. Ven, you suddenly feel a tear opening up behind you. And there is a sense of chaos that kind of comes over your body, almost as if it were a spider sense. When all of the sudden, a horde of spiders comes crawling out of this time tear, and you feel one climbing up your shoulder as 3 more circle and skitter about your feet. What do you want to do?
Now we have to save the fawn.
Why? Oh no! I said no more spiders. I'm not doing this one again. Nope.
All right,
Fine, I'll do it.
Just push her in the hole. We're not. This is not.
Hey,
I'd
thanks for
to-
coming to help us.
I'd like to shapeshift into a giant boulder because I have Thing Talker.
Who described to me that your druid ability? You can just shape.
I can apply my spirit tongue shapeshifting to inanimate natural objects or creatures made thereof. So I'm just going to shapeshift into a boulder real quick.
Roll me 2d6 plus skill. And here is an update on our tokens. Hannah has 2, Betty has 2, Ven, you have 5,
Whoa.
and Braga has 3.
Ooh. Thank you, tokens.
I rolled an 8.
So you could use 2 tokens to make that a complete success. An 8 will be a mixed success, so an 8 will be a success but at a cost.
I'll use 2 tokens.
Wonderful. So Ven, you describe to me how you shapeshift describe to me this beautiful boulder you become.
I feel the spider on my back and I immediately notice it's a spider because I grew up in the woods. I'm not fun with insects. So the moment I realize that, it's just kind of like an instinctual thing. Whenever I get an insect on me, I would just shapeshift so I didn't have to feel it on my skin. So I just kind of like hunch over and I turn into a rock.
Oh, okay. So person who's supposed to help us just a rock. Maybe it was just a rock who was a person this whole time.
But she's going to help us. That's right.
It makes killing spiders easier.
Can we just
and then I
push
just
the-
swing my axe then on one of the spiders now there's a rock there.
Oh my god.
You're
Oh my god.
you're swinging your axe at the spider that's on the rock.
I mean,
That is Ven.
I'm hitting the spider. Yeah, if she's a rock, it's not like how much damage am I gonna do to a rock?
Okay.
Roll me 2d6 plus guts, Braga, and we'll find out.
Okay.
Hey, Braga, are you trying to push the rock back into the hole so it closes the hole with the spiders in it? Because I think we should do that one. That's a good idea.
I mean, you're asking me what Braga would do. Not okay. So
Oh,
that's
thank
gonna be
goodness.
that's gonna be a 13.
Thank goodness.
Great, yes. So you are able to, with your 13, you're able to not miss on these spiders and hit Rock Ven. But describe to me how you articulately take out this
I
spider.
think because her rock form is so perfectly spherical, boulder-like because of her great roll. I think that I'm able to just almost like a swoop, almost like a curve swoop down and knock all the spiders off of her.
There's just one big spider on her, but as you take your axe through it, you slice it right in half, and
Yeah,
all of a
I
sudden
do.
you're covered in this blue, kind of gooey spider blood.
Oh, poor Captain Herlock.
Did you hit me at all?
No.
No,
Okay.
it was
I had
like
a
the
good
most
swing.
perfect dodge.
Yeah.
Braga, maybe knock him off of her first. We don't know if she's a soft rock or not.
She's a rock.
Listen, she's here to help us. We should just be nice. I'm not.
Oh, you're telling me to be nice to her now? You're telling me.
I'm talking to the group and to myself.
Okay.
And she's not here, so I can be a little vulnerable because I trust you guys. I'm giving
I
her
think
a
she's
hard
still
time.
here. I
I
think
can
she's
hear
still
you,
here.
sweetheart.
Oh, fuck!
See, I told you she was a rock who turned to a person.
And I kick her rock. Don't call me sweetheart. It's a
How hard
It's a gut shot reaction.
Roll me 2d6 plus guts.
I think I hurt myself. That's narratively what I wanted to happen. Yep, that's a 3 plus guts 5.
Yeah, with a 5. Ven, this hardly hurts you. Hannah, you break your foot on Ven's rock form for 4 points of damage. So now your right foot is like your toes have broken.
See, you were worried about me hitting her with the axe, but she's a rock.
She called me sweetheart.
I love a fiery woman.
Okay, all right. Hey,
me too.
How many spiders are there?
There are now 3 spiders remaining. One of them is kind of making its way towards you. The other 2 are kind of skidding over to the inlet that you were in. Is this nice kind of stony, nice like a little stony area where there's a nice fountain. That's what the word is. It's a nice circular fountain that isn't working at the moment. You can see that the water is just kind of like dripping out of it. The fountain is no longer working as the clouds above you have turned into a dark, eerie purple as the tentacles keep descending, and you're hearing the screams of Palisade residents off in the distance as you hear the rumble and crumble of buildings around you. These 2 spiders, one of them goes up the side of the fountain, the other one is kind of skittering off into an alley, while the third is making its way towards you. Betty, what do you do?
Guys, there's like so much happening. We really gotta get through the spider thing as quickly as we can.
Can we just ignore him and go?
I jump up. Can I reach like a vantage point, like a tree or some sort of high area, so I can shoot
There's a
arrows?
rock you could jump onto.
It's not this rock humanoid anymore.
I will say there is a lamppost.
I swing up
With
onto
a candle lamp.
that lamppost, and I want to shoot arrows from it.
Roll me 2d6 plus skill to see if you're able to nimbly get up there.
Shoot arrows from it.
4, 5, 6. Skill is 7. That's a 7.
Wonderful. And then a 7. I will say you're able to get up there, but you can only take 1 shot.
Okay.
As one of the spiders like is perfectly lined up, the other 2 are kind of running around a little too quickly for you to line up a really solid shot on.
Fair. And then I shoot.
Wonderful. That's a get rangey, so that's a 2d6 plus skill.
So 7, 8. Use my 2 tokens. 10.
Wonderful. With a 10, describe to me this perfect shot.
So the one's running away, one's on the fountain. I swing up to the lamppost. I do a cool little like twirl to get higher up onto it, and I just unsling my bow and arrow, and I shoot the one that was chasing me like right between the eyes. Like, no thanks, none of this, no thank you, not today.
You see this arrow just go piercing down as it splits the head of this spider, and it just kind of explodes in dark blue gooey spider blood as the legs kind of twitch as its body kind of slowly collapses onto the ground.
I hate spiders so much, guys. Hey, maybe Hannah was right. Can we just like
Walk away
leave?
from him.
Can we just leave?
No, you can't! You're the rat queens!
Oh my God.
As Laloon takes her warhammer and just kind of golf swings the one at the fountain.
Oh, cool.
And she just see her just kind of pop it, and it just goes flying.
Laloon, I got it, and I'm really glad that you're excited to get to fight with us, but look at the sky. These spiders, they're just spiders. And the more we're gonna go down the path to fight the octopi, the Narigoth Krona god, we're gonna find more tears, and we're gonna have to deal with every single problem that crops our way.
You know what, though? The way things have been going for us, if we spare one of these spiders, it's gonna come back and kill one of us at the end. Like, I just know it.
Yeah,
I gotta
it'll-
say, sweetheart, spiders will follow you.
Are you still a rock while you're saying this? Great, this rock is just talking to you.
Okay, all right. And I want to. I'd like to get situated just to see how many spiders are left. Did you already say that?
I will just say there's one.
Oh, okay, fine.
There's one. The one that went skirting down the alley.
I nonchalantly send a fireball at it.
Roll me 2d6 plus skill.
Nonchalantly do
Nonchalantly.
your best.
Like I just.
What was your roll?
3.
Great.
So I'm like this, like, all right.
I'm gonna roll a dice real quick.
Just set the orphan's house on fire.
Unfortunately, you kind of flip your wand around and you're just trying to send off the fireball. And unfortunately, before you aimed the fireball at the alley, you aimed it up in the direction towards where Betty is on the signpost.
God.
Betty, as a fireball comes flying at you, and you get knocked off the signpost and land on your back, and you feel your hair and your face singe for 3 points of damage.
Oh my god, all the other injuries I could blame on my dad, but no, that's my fault.
Hannah, those are my best hairs on my head.
I'm gonna run up and axe at the one that's running the last spider.
You want to run up and
Just
axe
chop
the last
it.
spider?
I want to axe some questions with my axe.
Roll me 2d6 plus guts.
That's pretty good.
Thank you. Let me axe it where it thinks it's going. All right, so that is a 9. I will use one of my tokens to make it a 10.
All right.
Thank you, token.
So with a 10, yeah, how do you just come up and...
Oh, I take the flat end of my axe and I just splat it.
Oh,
Yeah.
you just squish it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Once again, Braga, as this flat end of your axe comes down on this spider, you're suddenly covered in a fresh layer
Yeah,
of
you know
dark
what?
blue spider, like gooey spider blood.
It's just my thing now.
As you hear the
Covered in
spider,
blood.
as the spider goes, as you crush it, and its legs kind of like fly up like this, and it's completely squashed underneath your axe. And as you pull your axe up, it's like the goo from like the bottom half of the spider is still attached to like the spider bit that's attached to the flat end of your axe.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't
I'm
know it was
gonna-
going to be cute.
Shapeshift out of rock form and kind of brush myself off and be like, well, I can't say that went perfectly, but I guess that was a test for you guys. Thanks for handling that.
Hey, thanks for your help, by the way.
Are you a rock or are you a person? I kind of think she is rock first. And then person later.
I'm pretty sure I was
interesting.
born a babe, but
Maybe part rock.
All right, well, that's conceded, but...
I'll
I
figure
have a
you
question.
out.
If I'd hit you while you were a rock, would that have hurt you?
it would have brought me out of my rock form, yeah?
What's the point of being a rock, then?
Yeah, seems... Cause
It's kind of nice. You actually get like a little bit of a rest doing it.
Oh, well, good for you.
I can sleep anywhere.
No, that's fair.
That is actually true. You don't have to camp.
Yeah, that's actually a power that I would
No
like
one
to
looks
have.
at me. No one talks
Yeah,
to me.
most creatures will ignore her.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to deal with creepy men that think
Sometimes-
they could talk to you when you're all
Sometimes
alone.
an animal will pee on me, but that's, I mean,
I guess you like that though, right? Let's
you
go.
win some, you lose some.
Whoa!
All right.
Okay.
Didn't you just tell me to be nice to her?
She called me sweetheart again.
Well, what do you want to call you?
I just feel like it's...
Hannah.
Yeah, my name is Hannah. That's right. We haven't done this.
Oh,
Hi.
yeah,
Hi, Ben. My name's Hannah. This is Betty. That's Braga. The passed out red-headed dwarf. That's Violet. Our friend D is Gold Dust in the air. This is Laloon. That is Narigoth meets Krona. We have very important things to do.
I'm gonna
Okay.
sidle up to Braga and be like, "What's got her panties in a bunch?"
Literally everything.
Gosh.
If we're going to move, we need to put Violet somewhere safe.
I've been saying that
When?
for half an hour.
Look, maybe here. Let me tie her to my back. I'm used to carrying. Well, the wounded.
300 pounds.
She's 300 pounds.
She's a solid dwarf, and she's got armor.
I don't know if she would like you saying that
Yeah, I
she's
feel like your
300
math
pounds.
is
Fine,
super
I will
off,
carry
but
her.
I would-
I've carried her before. I can carry her now.
Okay, all right. So now we're just making a
No,
violet
I'll
backpack.
carry her. Just kidding, I can't. I just wanted to say in the matter.
Thanks.
I start to fashion like a violet backpack onto Braga.
Yeah, Violet Bjorn. Like,
Just
You take this cloth. Laloon is kind of the Laloon pulls this medical cloth, almost like this kind of clerical wrap out of her pack, and she hands it to you as you start to tie this passed out Violet to the back of Braga.
I mean, it's not the first
How
time we gotta
cute.
do this. It's just
Braga, because of the added weight, you will take a -1 to all rolls as
Oh,
long
you
as
were so
Violet
excited
is
about
attached
that.
to you.
Yeah.
Well, I was
I
curious to
figured.
see how you guys were going to figure it out.
Let's just carry her until we find a safe spot for her, like in town or something.
yeah.
Kind of symbolic, isn't it?
Huh?
She looks like a baby. You
And-
guys are kind of like babies. You can't really handle yourselves. I mean,
I'm sorry, who turned into a rock while we fought the spiders?
Yeah.
it was a test. Did I not go through that?
But we handled ourselves.
It's okay. I'm fine. Everything's great. Let's keep going and go to where we are supposed to be right now in the past.
Which is
Let's just go fight
okay.
this thing.
And as soon as you say "in which is where," you feel almost as if the air around you stops. You feel everything is frozen. When out of the sky comes this golden fireball peering down, and it stops right at your feet. And from this fireball emerges the golden flaming form of an owl.
Menudo!
Hey, owl boy. How's it going?
Is this another friend of yours?
Maybe? I don't know. There's a lot of stuff falling from the sky these days.
My queens,
You're dead.
somewhat. I'm glad to see that you are all still okay.
Some of us.
I mean, yeah, one of us could be a little...
Okay, I see Violet is there.
We're missing Dee. Did you see her in
Did you
spirit form?
Did you take D from us?
No.
Wait, who is this?
Oh, hello there.
Good evening.
You took Draco's place, didn't you?
That I did.
Draco, yes, Draco. He was a warlock of time. He served under me. My name is Krona, goddess of time.
Quite a title.
Oh, thank you. I'm afraid I only appear to you and speak to you in a visage. I am no more in this time. But perhaps there is something you all can do. Perhaps Dee putting on the priestess mask of Narigoth will somehow reset everything. In order to send her here, I made a terrible bargain at a terrible price.
You're an owl.
Yes, I promised Narigoth myself, to which he absorbed me and my power.
Did you really think that that was a good solution, just to send Dee here?
Yeah.
Hannah, I have seen all times, all timelines, every branch of the tree of life that splits off from one another, the fruits of the worlds that time creates. And there are certain sacrifices that have to be made in this timeline in order for it to survive. I'm sure you've all witnessed that so far with the deaths of those around you.
That's an understatement.
So yes, but I have a hunch that somehow Dee, your Dee, if you are able to find her, being currently imbued with the powers of Narigoth, then putting on the priestess mask once again, may have Narigoth in the upper hand. Perhaps sending you all back will somehow free me from Narigoth as well, from my contract with him.
What's his end game?
This, as you look around and you see the tentacles just extending even more into Palisade as the sky begins to rupture with golden lightning, as you see almost in different pockets hail coming down from one, lightning coming down from the other, ash descending from one, and the final pocket emitting fire. This is what he wants. This is it.
So we basically just swapped one apocalyptic god for another apocalyptic god.
A more powered apocalyptic god. Narigoth knew, well, the Narigoth of the past, of your past present, that Dee made a deal with, then knew he had been quelled in your past. However, if he had my abilities, he could change his past as well. And that is the current timeline we are living in, but that is not the biggest threat here. You've already dealt with it, queens. You've already eliminated the Chaosium.
I don't know if we have, because that kid is still alive, and those kids turn into Chaosiums.
Colborn and Lighten are direct agents of Arius. Taking them down will not be easy, nor does their presence signal anything other than chaos. You've already taken out the Chaosium in this timeline, and they were simply reacting to that, trying to stop you from returning, and doing the same to the remaining 2.
More?
There's only
Just
2?
Two more? Just 2 more?
Yes.
Good.
So let me get up to speed here. We just got to get their friend to put on a mask and then everything's fine.
Except we don't know where D is. Our D disappeared.
But you know what she looks like.
She disappeared in gold dust. You saw the gold dust.
You said gold dust.
We thought it was you.
Perhaps it is part of me. You must find the other D, the D of this timeline. You must have her...
Put on the mask.
No,
Oh.
not the mask. You must ask the D of this timeline to find the D of yours. She is not here. She is not anywhere. But she is someplace that only D knows. My time here is short. I could only come here to tell you a few things. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
I'm gonna kneel in front of her. Krona, goddess of time, I pledge myself to you. I will lead these people to success and victory as a member of the Triad.
You feel this like this warm light wing on your head as you're kind of bathed in this gold glittering light.
Oh,
What a kiss ass.
Kinda.
Yes, I see why. I can see now why you took Draco's place. Draco was a devout agent of mine. Though you are a child of the forest, I cannot bestow upon you everything, all of my knowledge. But I can give you the gift. For now.
I cast a glance over my shoulder at Hannah and I wink at her.
What do you mean by the gift? Can you also get her to stop calling me sweetheart?
You will have to settle your personal squabbles yourself. Though I am a god, I do not meddle in interpersonal affairs. That's a friend thing.
Friend. All right.
Friend, I like that.
I have given you an extension of myself. You will have some time abilities enhanced in your own druid powers.
I'm honored.
But I'm afraid that's all I can do. I must go now and return to Narigoth. But do know, your D can fix all of this.
Okay.
At least she's
And
not.
Hannah,
What?
your father will be alive once again.
Why are you trying to trigger me right now?
I'm just giving you...
I know what I'm fighting for. Are you serious?
Palisade is already saved. It's just a matter of returning to it.
Got it. So you're trying to... I'm sorry. You're just trying to say... Which dad? Do you mean the demon dad or the...
No, you're the father who has always been a father to you. The one who you choose to call Papa.
I don't call him Papa. It's kind of weird.
Are you sure? I feel like I've heard you say
Does
that.
Violet's brother have his arm back?
Yes. Barry is safe with the Cat Kings, though the choices you have made in this timeline have affected your present.
kind of thought there were no more rules after all that stuff happened.
Well, there are certain things that have forever been changed, but Betty, do not fear. They are not bad. Perhaps you have built a better palisade than before.
We probably shouldn't go back to that bar, though.
No.
No, fuck that bitch.
Not happy
But I
about
must go now.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
It
it's
has
fair.
been too
it's very
long.
fair.
Godspeed, Queens.
Bye, Krona.
I'm sure I'll see you again another time.
I hope so.
Do you think when a god says Godspeed, it means like me speed, I speed you, I'm speeding you?
Yeah, that's a really interesting.
You think
Yeah.
Godspeed's like a drug that gods do?
What is this Godspeed?
As you see
She said
Krona's,
Godspeed.
you see Krona's golden owl form just kind of shoot back up as it slowly emerges back into Narigoth, and Narigoth, from almost from within, you see this kind of golden burst as this golden electricity is shot through the tentacles, and the tentacles become larger and they become faster. And there is one that is coming directly over you right now. What do you do?
I think we should run.
We need to find D of this time.
Here's what I think we should do. I think we should go to Hannah's house because we can leave Violet there and we know she'll be safe there, and we might be there, or you might be there. I don't know where I was. A lot happened that day.
I agree, and do I find like a sword strewn somewhere or something?
Hannah, actually, you look over at Ven. Ven, you look at Hannah. And you see in Ven's eyes that Ven wants to do a combo with you.
What? What?
Hey, sweetheart. You'll get used to it, I promise.
Okay.
They always do.
All right, we just need to get rid. We have to get rid of this tentacle.
What is this combo that you want to do? What is this combo, Ven, between you and Hannah?
All right. Well, what else can you turn into?
Anything.
Anything?
Yeah, animal. Be it may inanimate object.
All right. What if you?
Whatever you want, sweetheart.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll explore those options later, since you're tempting me, temptress.
Oh.
But turn into a huge icicle, and you can pierce it. I'll throw the. I don't know what to do.
Okay.
What can we should do something together though, because no one else. Everyone else is.
Listen, Laloon here. Perhaps the tentacle, perhaps the icicle idea is good. Hannah, you could maybe take your magic and magically throw Ven through the tentacle, piercing it, maybe sending it back up or something.
Will that hurt you?
No, like, if I take any damage as my form, I just come back. It's
Oh,
fine.
this is
Yeah.
excellent.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a fiery ice dagger with you,
I like
sweetheart. And I I take my wand. It immediately goes ablaze, which I've not been doing very well lately. And then I'm like, go for it.
This. All right. I'm going to make a bit of a show of it. I'm going to, like, crack my neck. Watch out. And then I'm going to turn into an icicle, like elongate.
I leave it on Betty. This shouldn't be hot, should it?
No, I mean, like I'm into it.
Yeah, really into
Me
it.
too.
I think, yeah.
The icicle says.
Is it okay, all right.
I thought you were a rock.
Ready when you are.
I'm ready.
Hannah.
She's at me! And with that, it gets me excited, and I shoot the icicle as like the tentacle is like going to flop down on us.
Yes.
So it hits like the broad side of the tentacle,
And
or
it-
she hits the broad side of the tentacle.
Ven, you hit the broadside of the tentacle and you pierce all the way through. And suddenly the second half of this tentacle starts to shrivel and like starts to melt and turn into like kind of this inky dark purple goo that then begins to like fizz and evaporate off the ground as the connected tentacle of Narigoth, almost like you see the tentacle, it doesn't shriek itself, but you see it recoil back as it kind of slinks back up into the sky above you. Ven, describe your landing, please.
I'm guessing I land in an arc, so I'm probably far away from the group. But as the icicle, like the moment it hits, I turn into me and I just like do a superhero landing on my knee, negating my damage, turning back into myself.
Damn,
That was pretty cool.
that was
Yeah, that's
really
pretty
cool.
cool.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I was part of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were great. It was awesome.
I'm gonna call that the ice pick to the heart.
I speak to the heart.
I speak to the heart.
As I'm like walking up, I'm like,
What about icy hot?
We didn't hit its heart though.
And
I
use
thought you used to name these combos like at the same time
Oh,
together.
that's right. That's right. Well, we're gonna have to name it together now at the same time. We're gonna speak and figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about
That's
the
sweetheart
shuffle?
shuffle.
The sweetheart shuffle.
The sweetheart shuffle.
I've never been quick on my feet with this.
No, it's good. It's good. It. You don't know what it is.
It's the dance that we did together.
Exactly.
as
Fire
the
and ice.
Sweetheart.
Fire. That's a good one. Fire and ice.
Yeah.
Sweetheart shuffle.
And you made it longer now. I feel like the rule is like just like 3 words
All
or
right,
less.
this flirting is great, but we do need to get Violet somewhere safe and find Dee.
I'd like to do a check in my memory to remember where we were in this time,
Roll me 2d6 plus heart.
which I have none of. Why am I rolling like such poo-poo? 5, 6. I have how many tokens?
You have 2 tokens.
Still 2. So I'm going to use.
There is 1 second chance.
I could take a mixed success or do a second. 1 second chance. There's
There's
only one.
1 second chance.
Yeah, I'm not going to use it. So I'm just going to mixed success.
With
one
a
of my
mixed
tokens.
success, I will say that you know you could be nearby to your past selves. That day, it's really hard to recall exactly where you were because you just remember focusing on keeping each other alive during those fights. But you do remember that you had to kind of scale the base, kind of the edge base of Palisade before you had to then ascend towards the manor once again.
We could be on just on the outskirts of Palisade, to the north. We could try that. And on the way is my house, and we can
Okay.
drop Violet off.
Yeah, getting Violet safe is kind of... I mean, we have a lot to do, but we need to get Violet safe.
Agreed.
Because I can't fight with her on my back. She can get hurt more.
Hannah, I think you're remembering your house wrong. Your house is that way. We're gonna have to take Violet with us.
Okay.
Okay, but we have to set her down somewhere safe if we're going to go into combat, because I don't want her to get hurt.
I got it. We'll look
Okay.
for some shelter.
Where's my house in regards to where we're going? I have a house.
You
Well,
live in the
know
woods.
what though? We have no idea where Tentacle is going to go because she might
That's
as well
true.
be within
You're right.
our
We can keep an eye on
eyesight.
her. Okay.
Plus, it sounds like the all of y'all need to really stick together. You've
Okay,
already
well, you seem to
lost
know, so
someone.
we'll follow what you're saying.
Yeah,
I don't
Seems
know.
like
I'm going off of my vast knowledge of your adventures for
fair.
all of my life.
Okay, that's fair.
So we have to
Wow.
head back to the manor where we just got kicked out of? Where
That's
Sawyer
where
was?
we are heading currently, if you remember. But we had to scale the wall of Palisade to get back in, so we probably aren't there yet. It's just we probably are still a little dazed or just getting out of our dazed states.
Could we help ourselves?
Okay.
Get up?
Well, let's find out. I'd like to take us to the path that I think, like technically retracing of the steps we're about to take. So in case I'm wrong on the timeline, that we're at least walking in the same path that we took in the past.
Ladies and gentlemen, I believe it's time for that second poll. So please vote in that second poll now. I know it's a little early, but
It is time.
the time calls.
Oh my God! All right, follow me.
All right, you're the leader.
I'm the leader.
Finally.
Well, it's because she's passed out. Don't tell her. It's fine. She's a great leader. Don't tell her I told you. Let's go.
We cut to Dee. Dee finds herself sitting in almost a plain of dusk. There is a constant golden sunset around her, as there are 4 chairs in the middle of this plain. 2 of the chairs are occupied by 2 people. The first is a woman with silvery hair that shines like the stars, and around her is a purple wrap. She smiles, and you can see on her is wisdom that comes with age and knowledge. This is the Dee of the future. In the second chair, There is a D that appears very similar to our current one. Her eyes are completely white as she is wrapped in these light purple wraps and shawls as she seems to levitate above the chair that she sits upon. This is Goddess D. Present D approaches the two. Oh, D, we've been waiting for you. Sorry to take you out of an inopportune time. Please have a seat. There are a few things we must discuss, and we don't have much time. Yes. D, you are from a timeline that, well, it's hard to say. I cannot see what happens as there seems to be an obstruction in the path. I believe you call it Arius. In the timeline where I'm from, that doesn't happen, as when you put on the mask, the priestess mask of Narigoth, you become this. A goddess in full form, the high priestess of Narigoth. And yes, I am from a time where, well, similarly, you are not the one to put on the mask, but you become one of the most brilliant minds that Palisade has ever seen. D, through each other, we are all connected across all timelines because of our connection to the gods, because of who we are as D. And D, I'm afraid we brought you here, but we cannot get you back very easily. You're going to need your past self to help you out. You must be the one who puts on the priestess mask, D. Not your past self. You must put it on in order to fix time now, to save the Palisade that you know, and to ultimately aid you in your battle against Arius. D, you're the only one. If Arius succeeds, all timelines cease to exist. Once the poison begins on one branch, it spreads throughout the branches, it spreads to the trunk and into the roots. And the realms we all know will cease to exist. You were chosen in your timeline to be the one D to stop it. And I'm afraid we had to pill you here to tell you that and to keep you safe. Narigoth wants you more than anything. But as other Ds, as older D looks at Goddess D, we know that the past you will summon you when the time is right. Now please sit. I've prepared refreshments. And why don't we share our favorite books in the meantime? Oh yes, I have so many recommendations for you ladies. There's so many books I've read in my time. They have yet to come out in yours, but I'm making you a list of what to watch out for. As Dee just sits there, as her older self and goddess self start gossiping about books, tea cakes. As Dee simply sits there and waits. We cut back to Hannah, Betty, Braga, and Ven alongside Laloon and Violet attached to Braga's back as you make your way through the streets of Palisade with the decrepit manor of Palisade looming off to the north in the distance.
All right, if I'm right, then we should be running into ourselves any second now. And we're like trying to cut our path, cut them off at the path, or the pass, that's what I'm trying to say. Mm-hmm. So like we took a couple shortcuts to get to where we probably are in our trajectory of going toward the manor.
As you do so, as you're running through these streets, you're jumping over boxes, you're jumping over debris as towers start to crumble near you as you're narrowly dodging these massive tentacles that are just slapping buildings. As you see one of the tentacles in the distance pulling up 2 people, their eyes completely black as the purple runs through their veins as their souls are being taken by Narigoth for eternity.
That sucks.
Yeah.
We just gotta do this quickly.
Yeah, we didn't see all this stuff first time around, huh?
Ben, how
I
you
did.
doing with all your time knowledge?
To be quite honest, I haven't really noticed anything, but
Krona gave you a whole thing, though.
yeah, she did. She gave it to me.
Do you feel it?
I
What
feel
was it?
something.
Oh.
Okay, don't take it that way.
As the
I
four
don't
of
think she
you
meant it that way.
As the 4 of you round a corner, there you see Hannah, Violet, Betty, Dee, with Braga joining them as they all kind of form with their backs to each other. They form a circle, destroying the tentacle that's in their path, looking up towards the manor of Palisade.
Hey,
You're the ambassador.
yeah, listen, what are the rules again? Are we now we're allowed to talk to ourselves?
We have to do it.
We have to do this,
well,
right?
you already talked to yourself at the party, so I
Yes.
think you should
Yeah, but
spearhead
then
this.
she made us forget that. The past us
I
don't
could
remember
talk to him.
talking to ourselves.
All right, let's see how Hannah takes your sweethearts.
I mean,
Good luck, Ven.
so you're trying to get okay.
I've won one Hannah over already.
Nope, gotta
So
get
let's
D.
try
We
this.
just need D. We don't need the rest of these ding dongs.
No, we have to get them all in. I want to talk to myself. Let's do it. We're here now.
Okay, but Hannah, you cannot have sex with yourself today. That's just,
Yeah,
I
there's
know.
no time.
I know.
There's no time.
The scene you see in front of you is Violet aiding Orc Dave, who has just taken some battle damage. Braga, you are there as well. Hannah and Betty, you look on as you see Dee communing with her ex-husband. In the distance, as Human Dave, Dwarf Dave, and Smidgen Dave prepare for battle as well.
All right, Ven, go ice break for us. Oh, we should have called it the icebreaker.
Oh my god.
Next time. They're currently fighting a tentacle.
They just were, and
Okay.
now they're kind of all reconvening. The 4 Daves, you see 4 gentlemen.
Okay.
An orc, a smidgen, a dwarf, and a human.
Okay.
Kind of getting up, and they're kind of brushing themselves, getting themselves ready for what appears to be maybe one last assault.
Okay.
And the rat queens are kind of getting themselves up and ready too. You notice that these rat queens are not wearing the same necessarily outfits that you are familiar with your current queens wearing, especially Braga. The Braga that you know is wearing a pirate outfit still.
covered in every possible type of blood you can think of.
Braga's looking pretty purple right now
Yeah.
because it's covered. Or what is
It's
Braga's
raining,
orc
though,
blood?
too, right?
Yes, it's raining at this point, and
Okay.
so it's a mess. But the Braga you see in the past is like just riddled in armor.
Okay. If they're in like a moment where they're not fighting, I'd like to walk up and be like, good evening. The name is Ven. I come to you from Krona. I am an agent of her. I'm also part of the Triad. What are all of your names?
Roll me 2d6 plus heart.
Oh my goodness.
That's a 5.
Oh my god. Well, she has tokens.
You have 5 tokens.
You
What
could
did you roll?
You could make that a 10.
You can make that a 10.
I'm going to use all 5 tokens.
Yes.
Thank you for the tokens.
Yeah,
Good.
Thank you, chat.
I'm into it.
You know us?
Yeah, Krona sent me.
As Hannah steps forward.
Yes, Ven. And I go to shake her hand.
What the hell are you doing in the middle of this fight?
God. Just like, all right. Like I said,
Look, there's tentacles coming down from the sky. We need to go stop it. This is great. Formalities are wonderful. We need to keep moving.
come. Oh man, come this way.
As Betty kind of looks at the group. I don't know, you guys. I feel like maybe we should follow her and trust her.
I'm part of the Triad. You
I
gotta
don't
trust
know
me,
what
right?
that
Oh,
means. I mean, I've only
She's really
3
messing
people
this up.
that
I've only
really
heard
powerful.
like rumors
Krona.
Should we just go? She's
I
not
just
really
saw
doing
Krona.
And that
I-
D, suddenly, the D of that time. You said Krona. For some reason, that name sounds familiar.
Yeah.
As D kind of looks at the other queens, Hannah. Look, maybe we should just follow her. Maybe she knows something that's going on. Maybe this is something that can help with Narigoth.
Yeah, it could, Narigoth, yes.
Oh, you're unsure. You don't know what's happening. I mean, who knows what's happening here? It's tentacles from the sky. Yes, this is the god of my people. Somehow it was brought here. I'm sorry. I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna be apologizing for this for a long time. Listen, okay, let's take us to where you want to take us.
Yeah, of course, just follow me this way. And prepare yourself. The rest of my party, you might find them a bit weird. One of them
Okay.
is quite beautiful. But, yeah, just prepare yourself. I don't really know how to tell you.
As the Betty in that group kind of looks at the Violet and is like, I don't know about following strangers in the alleys and just trusting them, but I guess this is what we're doing today. I mean, tentacles in the sky. What else is going to happen?
That's what she does for drugs, so.
As the 5 rat queens of the past turn the corner, and there they see Hannah, Betty, Braga with Violet on her back.
This day's just gonna get weirder.
Rat queens meet rat queens, I guess.
In hindsight, we probably should have just went, because this is weird that we sent someone they didn't know instead of sending someone they did already know. But, hi! We are here to save the worlds. This is very complicated, but we're from the future, and this is all very bad.
I feel like I saw you earlier.
Yeah, we did. We had it. It was, yeah, she had it erase memories. Ugh, complicated.
Hannah, you keep her. You had to erase my memory? You erase all of our memories?
I think you were just
I
drunk.
don't think it was her.
All right.
As almost the two lines of rat queens, almost like you see the past rat queens and the present rat queens almost kind of line up perfectly opposite of each other.
Here's the deal. This is fucked. We went through this already, but this is worse than it's ever been because the god that she's a part of has pledged her allegiance, unfortunately, and made a deal. And so now we're looking at the complete end of time, not just like Palisades being done, the complete end of time. And our D disappeared into a gold dust pile, and we need you, your D.
Wait, you need me?
You're
Yeah.
the only one. So you end up stopping this by putting on the mask of Narigoth. And no one's saying that we're glad that that's the situation that
Wait, I
you...
have to put that on?
I
That's
know.
a last
Well,
resort.
Good news for you today. You're not going to have to because we need you to find our D, and then she'll do it instead of you.
I don't know if we think that.
Yeah, that's
It's
it.
lit-
That's it.
Exactly
That's it.
what we were told by Crota.
Oh, God,
Because,
I didn't hear
because
it. Remember.
this Narigoth is
told us.
different than ours.
Got it,
In
yes.
fact, she even said that she can't put it on.
Right, you can't put on the mask. Thank you.
Yeah.
And you can't put on the mask. You did, and you saved everybody. So, yeah, you don't want to do that. I totally get it.
Gold
But
star. You saved everybody.
we need you to find a place that
right.
only you know where our D is. What, Ven?
Corona said that D's where only she knows. So we kind of need you. You got like a hiding spot?
Give it like a fort or something.
Kind of.
A treehouse?
As you see Dee put a hand on her heart. It's funny you should say that. Because... And then suddenly... from on top of one of the buildings...
Nope.
stands Lighten.
Oh, this guy.
Breathing heavily and heaving.
Oi there!
Oh no.
Ven.
Yeah.
Sorry, is this not one of your friends?
He's the bad guy.
Like literally the
Oh.
opposite of our friend.
Bye there!
As you see him take up an arm, and you almost see this horrid kind of gray, like, shards just get sent into his hand, summoned. As he raises his hand in the air,
You die today, rat queens. by your own hand.
As Lighten sends down 5 shadowy shards. And you see the first one pierce through Hannah. You see the second one pierce through Old Betty. You see the third one pierce through past Violet. You see the fourth one pierce through past Dee. And you see the fifth one pass through past Braga. Where all of a sudden you see the bodies of your past queens start to convulse as they look at you, and their eyes have now turned that hematite gray. And Rat Queens, you are going to have to fight yourselves of the past.
We can't kill ourselves.
All right,
How
the
are we
first
gonna
thing I
this?
do is I like slice the rope on me so that Violet goes down to the ground, because I'm not going to be carrying Violet around while I fight.
I will say you do that, and I will say, where do you put Violet?
I put her like kind of tucked around. I look around for like kind of like an area off to the side, so she's not like in the middle of the fight scene.
Roll me 2d6 plus canny to see if you're able to find a good spot.
While she does that, I go over to Ven. Ven, are you able to like do a light spell? Because that's what these things don't like. Is light. You just shoot it out of these bodies.
Can you become a small sun?
Yeah.
Also, our cleric lady, Baby Rains, she
Yeah.
can do some light stuff. Paladin.
I'm afraid I don't have any light spells.
Listen,
sweetheart.
if you're saying it's light, you can turn into any object, right?
It's got to be natural.
It's got to be natural.
The sun's natural.
I could.
I'm
turn
trying to think of
into
a glass or maybe
Candles, natural.
a pool of water that's reflective.
It's got to be like
What about like a mirror?
plants and rocks, you know.
Plants and rocks.
Did you succeed at helping our friend?
So I rolled so it's a 6, but I'm going to use one of my tokens to make it a 7.
Wonderful. So with a mixed success, you are able to get Violet off to a safe place. But you don't know this, but the evil Violet, Chaos Violet,
Yeah.
we'll say. Chaos
Mega
Violet,
Violet.
saw where you put her.
Okay.
Past Betty just lunges for you.
Go. I take a bunch of mushrooms out of my pocket and I go, these are super awesome get you high mushrooms from the future that don't exist yet. And I kind of like throw them like as if she were a dog and she might go after those instead.
It's Godspeed.
Roll me 2d6 plus canny.
5, 6, 7. Any tokens for me?
Betty, you have 1 token.
Won't make a difference.
There is 1 second chance.
I'll take the 7. I think it's okay.
Okay. With... Trying to see how I want to do this. As you throw the mushroom off, you get Betty's attention distracted for a bit. As Betty kind of is like, and she runs off, Chaos Betty runs off towards the mushroom. What kind of mushroom did you actually throw, or do you know? I'm going to say you just took a mushroom out of your bag and you threw it.
Okay.
And that Betty went and picked it up.
Oh no.
Great. I'm gonna kind of just try to run away for a second.
Great. Hannah, you see Chaos Hannah staring down at you.
Let me just say, killer bot. Really, really pleased to know that it is as good as I think as it looks. Do you know what I mean? I hope I still got it. I'm not just a couple years older than you, but I mean...
You do.
Okay, great. And as I'm saying that to distract her, I'd like to create a light lasso and I want to encase as many queens as I can, kind of like in a.
Gotcha. Roll me 2d6 plus skill.
Yeah, why is it fucking skill? 5. I'm gonna use a second chance.
All right.
Second chance.
This is just a waste of me trying to do magic. We need to level up already. Well, that is a 7, which is a wee bit better.
You're not her.
So as I go to put a light lasso, it's kind of impotent, and I use that word purposefully, and it like doesn't work. And I'm like, you get it, right? You get it. And
You see the Hannah, the Chaosium Hannah just stare back at you.
And as she's paying attention to this, I want to... Oh, it's too late. I was going to say I grab her wand and make them both work. And, like, loop around her.
I will say, yeah, almost as if, like, you throw the first one, you try to make a joke. Hannah, the Chaosium Hannah looks over and watches the light lasso, and then slowly turns back to look at you as almost disappointed and ready to strike. But then, so you're able to grab her other wand, but you can't cast that light lasso yet. You were just with that mixed success. You were only able to grab her wand.
Great. Cool. Got your wand.
As you see Hannah smile, in her eyes, black starts to drip down from her own eyes, as this Hannah is also still connected to the demon powers within her that the Chaosium have now unlocked.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Dad!
We cut to Braga. Braga, you see Violet and Braga staring you down. Mm-hmm. What do you do?
I actually, because I know that Liloon and Ven are working on like a light situation, so I ignore them for now, and I actually go running for whatever building Lighten is standing on, and I start climbing up to get to him.
Roll me 2d6 plus skill.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Because I don't want to fight my friends and hurt them. Okay, so that is an 8 plus my 1 skill, and I'll use my last token to make that a 10.
Wonderful. So with a 10, Braga, describe to me how you scale this building.
I kind of like clip my axe back like behind my back, so it's like sheath or whatever, and I just kind of like I think there's probably maybe like some sort of like balcony situation, and I kind of like jump and grab and like pull myself up, and then like reach up and like there's like a cobblestone here and a cobblestone, so it's just like using like pieces of the building to pull myself up.
Wonderful. We cut back as Dee just simply stands there and stares you down, Ven. As you see her slowly reach behind her back and pull out her scimitar.
I'm going to mimic it and grab my shillelagh.
Shillelagh!
What is that?
It's an Irish fighting weapon.
Cool.
It's a stick and it hurts a lot.
As Dee kind of raises her scimitar,
I raise my
mimic it
shillelagh.
as well. And she just runs towards you.
I'm going to run toward her.
You try to hit?
Yeah.
All right, roll me 2d6 plus guts. With your shillelagh.
7.
With a 7, I will say, as you bring your shillelagh up and Dee brings her scimitar down, because it was a mixed success, you two are just kind of almost locked in this contest of strength, as you can feel like her pushing her strength into her scimitar as you're matching it with your shillelagh, but unfortunately you're at such a contest that you know that if you break out, she's going to get you, and you can't seem to get a grip on her, so you're kind of stuck in place for a sec.
I'm holding it, and I'm just like, dear, I think we got to keep you alive. But I am going to have to hurt you.
Dee just like unleashes just like a grunt as she tries to push back against you, but you're able to keep her at bay.
Okay.
But suddenly you feel your eyes looking at Betty, Ven. And Ven, you feel your eyes looking... Betty, you feel your eyes looking at Ven. You feel yourself lock eyes for a sec, and you feel a combo coming on. Ven is locked in combat. Betty, how will you use that to your advantage and make this a combo?
I am going to... what is other Betty doing right now? Is
other
she still
Betty
distracted?
is kind of picking up the mushroom now and is about to try it.
I run over to where the two are locked in combat, and I jump on the back of current D.
Oh, past D.
Chaosium
D.
Chaosium D.
Katie.
Hey, maybe we could just kind of like, I don't know, subdue her, or we have to knock the chaos out of her with some sort of light source.
Oh, do you have any of that?
Is it sunny out?
It's
it's raining.
It's raining, and all the clouds are very scary. It's purple. It's black. There's golden lightning. There's golden lightning. Perhaps if you knew how to conduct lightning.
Does she have any weak spots?
No, she's pretty. I think we don't want to hurt her. We want to hit her with light to knock the darkness out of her. We've done this a couple of times before. Can you turn into something metal?
She
A
raises her
natural
scimitar.
element, probably.
Wait, are y'all trying to do something that conducts lightning?
Yes, help.
Don't trees conduct lightning?
Ah!
Oh yeah, can you turn into like the tallest tree ever?
I think I can.
Okay. What should I do while you turn into a tree? I'll hold. I'm gonna wrap Dee around this tree. I'm gonna like secure her, like while she's growing up. I'm gonna like make a small knot, and it'll like catch to the top of the tree as she's growing, and pull Dee up with her.
All right.
Okay.
And what's this move gonna be called? Same time. Light. Tree shit. You gotta help me.
Yeah.
I was going to say bird.
Bird, good one.
In the
The tree.
tree
Light bird
of
in the
light.
tree. Light bird in the tree of light.
We have some rules about this, but I'll keep it. All right. Light bird.
Okay.
Tree. Light bird. Light bird.
Zapdos.
Braga tells, she's new, give her a break.
We'll meet halfway. We'll just call it lightning.
Next time.
Tree bird. Next time.
Tree bird.
All right.
So as she's going to grab on to
I'm grabbing
Dee.
D. Mhm.
I'm going to do a move where I let Dee follow through with her attack, and I'm going to pin her. I'm going to like grab her around the waist, and then I'm going to shapeshift into the largest tree I can manage so that she goes to the very top.
Yeah. And I'll kind of wrap her and jump off before that all happens.
So in this quick move, suddenly, we see Ven. Yeah, you kind of release your weapon, but because this is a combo, it's a complete success. You don't get hit by Dee's kind of follow through. Dee instead kind of stumbles, and you see her almost like release her scimitar as all of her weight has fallen forward. As you quickly turn around, grab her by the waist, and start to shoot up into the most grand. What kind of tree is it?
Redwood.
A willow tree.
Ooh, a willow. As you shoot up into the largest willow tree ever, Hannah, suddenly you see above you, almost the rain stops as these willow branches start to create this canopy over the fight scene around you where the rain has now stopped. As you keep ascending into this willow tree, your arms now turning into branches, wispy willow branches, as you're able to keep Dee close to you as you ascend. Betty, you're like holding on to one of these branches as you take some rope out of your pouch and you're tying Dee to this tree. And as soon as you see the ground beneath you become almost a little too far away, you do a backflip off the tree and you land gracefully on the ground. As Ven, you stand ready to take on the lightning. As you feel and you hear it crackle in the clouds above you, you hold your breath as suddenly this piercing bolt of golden lightning shoots down you and shoots into the ground beneath you, creating almost this surge as all of you are knocked backwards, including your chaos selves. Braga, you are climbing a building, so you're not necessarily as affected. You're not within the direct radius of this. But then, you did not know that the golden lightning coming down was the essence of Krona's time magic. Thus, you already being a conductor of the time magic yourself, feel your magic being charged even further. So, Ven, anytime you do anything magical for the next couple turns in this battle, you are going to do like twice damage.
Nice.
So you have been like supercharged by this lightning. It did not affect you because it was time magic, and you already have that within you as being gifted and blessed by Krona herself. Where suddenly Dee feels this surge of lightning around her, and for an instant, Chaosium Dee, you see the chaotic chaos flash out of Dee for a moment as you see her eyes kind of almost roll in the back of her head, and suddenly Dee finds herself at the Council of Dees. She stands there Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. As she looks upon the group and she sees Goddess D and Older D laughing and gossiping and eating little cucumber sandwiches. No, and then you know what he did? He then cheated on her the second time. I told our grandniece never to trust that boy, yet she kept going back to him. Well, you know what? In the end of it all, it was a good thing because she finally saw him for what he really is. As present D is just kind of, you see present D, the D that you are familiar with, simply meditates. As past D approaches the group. Hello, did I die? Is this some kind of hell? Is this Nariga? Are you all sent here to torture me? As you see Older D and Goddess D kind of exchange a glance. They start to laugh together as Present D peeks open an eye and sees her past self from just 2 years ago standing there. No, we are not here to haunt you, and we're not here to scare you, and we're not guardians of your demise. Come sit. We have much to talk about, D. You need to hear this before you go back. As past D kind of slowly approaches and sits down, where Ven and Betty, you can see that the D of the past then disappear into gold dust, like the D that you are familiar with previously did.
Was that too powerful?
Maybe she went to the same place as other D since they both had gold. They both turned to the gold dust? Maybe? Oh gosh, I hope we did the right thing.
How do we get to that place or get her back from that place?
I think the D has to go get the other D's, what Krona said, right? So we just have to wait. Maybe.
Huh.
Suddenly, Betty, you see a projectile coming towards you.
Oh, that is me.
It is the mushroom that you threw at Chaosium, Betty. It is a sleeping shroom.
Cool.
And it is headed your way. What do you do?
Are you still a tree or are you not?
I am still a tree.
Still a tree? I'm gonna pull back one of her branches so it will like slap the mushroom away and flip back to Betty.
Roll me 2d6 plus canny.
Hey.
Can I help her with this as the tree?
Well, I will say yes. Okay. So, what do you think your bond is with Betty? Will you say that she's the I'd say you're probably second. Who are you closest to right now?
Hannah.
Who's your second closest to?
Probably Betty.
Then roll me 2d6 and add a +1 for your Betty bond.
6.
+1. Is that what this +1? Mm-hmm. All right.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so
That's a negative.
So you're gonna get a -1 on this roll.
F. Oh no, that's a
Did she?
5, 6, 7.
She has no more tokens?
You have 3 tokens. So you could use 1 to make it a mixed success,
I'll
which
make
is
it a
just the
mixed success.
+1.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, okay.
So now you have a +1, Betty.
Great. So that's 5, 6, 7. That's 8. 8.
Wonderful. With an 8, you're able to take one of Ven's wispy willow branches, and you're able to snap it so it slaps the sleeping shroom that was headed towards you. But unfortunately, the impact does not send it back towards Betty. The impact of it sends it directly towards Hannah and Hannah.
Dodge! I scream.
What?
Hannah, you suddenly see this green sleeping shroom coming towards you. What do you do?
I'd like to grab Demon Dad Hannah, grade cursed Hannah by the hair and the horns and like open her mouth and make her swallow it. Because it's a bad... The thing is like I'm either going to try and reason with my dad that he gets to fight a god so he needs to stop this, or he's totally possessed by the grade and this is not a good thing.
Is that your dad?
I'm possessed by my dad.
It's so complicated.
You get to meet my dad.
Funny you should say that. Open her mouth. What do you want
I'd
to do?
like to open her mouth and tang.
Great. Roll me 2d6 plus guts.
Guts.
Literally. Woo! When I need it, I'm here. 12.
Wonderful. With describe to me exactly how this how you get your how you open your.
So
your
we
path.
got knocked down by the
lightning.
And I'm like, Dad, please. And then I realized that you shot out to me, and I see this green sleeping mushroom tumbling, and it's because it's so big and light that I have the time to think this through. Grab me by the horns, drag me, and she's like, I'm like, Dad, chill out. And I open up my mouth, and she almost bites me. But I also get a really good look down my rack, and I'm like, God, I'm fucking so hot. And in comes the mushroom, and she's like, oh, I'm trying to spit it up, and I'm like, and keep my mouth, close my mouth over her, but let her nose breathe. But,
yes, but you kind of jostle her jaw so she ends up chewing it.
Yeah,
and
like giving your dog a pill. Or
Hannah, you make Chaosium Hannah eat this mushroom. But suddenly, as you feel yourself, as Chaosium Hannah kind of is just knocked incapacitated and is now passed out on the ground, when suddenly you start to feel this feeling in the pit of your stomach. Almost as if your body knows you're in danger. And there's a force within you that also knows if you're in danger.
No.
And you can't fight it anymore.
I can't?
Nope, because we reached $500.
Thank you, Chef.
Please, Dad, no.
Her father's here?
He lives inside of her and possesses her sometimes.
That's something to work around, I guess.
Hello. I'm here. Did anyone miss me? I missed me. This feels really good.
Demon Hannah, you now see Braga and Violet. Chaosium Braga and Violet. Brandishing their weapons and walking towards you. We cut to Braga, who's currently still scaling. You've reached the tiles of the rooftop.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I'm going towards Lighten. I'm heading for him. I'm gonna fuck that kid up. That's what I'm doing.
Do you want
my
to
goal.
approach him in a sneaky way? Do you want to sneak up on him, or do you just want to get his attention?
I just want to brutally go after him. I don't think Braga's. I don't do sneaky. I do stabby. I do very, very stabby, very, very heavy stabby. Yeah.
Roll me 2d6 plus guts.
Okay, that's gonna be a 11.
With an 11, describe to me how you kind of throw yourself on this roof and you encounter Lighten.
I kind of pull my axe out, and then I kind of use my own. Sorry, I'm not gonna do it to you. I'm not gonna actually do it. I kind of fling myself up, and then as I'm coming back down, I come down with the axe.
As you come down with the axe, you've already obliterated his left hand, I believe. Or no, his right hand?
Yeah, whichever one he was doing the thing with last
he was
time.
reaching out with his right hand. You've already broken off that. With this swing, you cleave his entire arm off.
Yeah, I do.
So now you just see this kind of dusty chaosium kind of almost essence just start to leak as his entire arm, as it falls off, just disintegrates into dust and just disappears in the air around you.
And I go, you know what? I met your god, and you know what? I wasn't impressed.
Dang.
You will meet them again.
I hope I do.
Good.
Because I have a lot of things to say.
As Lighten turns his left arm, his crystalline arm, into this kind of crystal dagger and lunges at you with it. Meanwhile, we cut down to Ven. Ven, personal question. What would you say your baggage is? What is kind of something in Ven's life that kind of keeps you back?
A little too cocky. I think I'm the best only because my family always told me I was the worst. And so I always want to be the best. I want to meet expectations, but I don't think a part of me doesn't think I ever will.
So you put on being the best for a show.
Yes.
Wonderful. Ven, you've gotten so many wonderful tokens tonight. Ven, you are this tree, and suddenly your baggage just takes over, and you just don't want to turn back into a human. You're doing really good as a tree. Hey, why not have another bolt of lightning come down and strike you? That felt really good. But you didn't notice that Violet, instead of coming towards you, Hannah, took out her axe. In your cockiness, you didn't notice that Violet immediately came towards you and chopped at you at your base.
Okay.
Could I have tried to help since I'm standing right there?
No, because this is a baggage. So you feel
Gotcha, the
the
other way.
piercing, and like in the base, kind of like in your core, you feel this sharp pierce kind of go through you as Violet attempts to chop your tree form down.
Oh my god.
Chaos Violet, I should say.
Oh, who are you? I'm going to try to swipe at her with a branch.
Roll me 2d6 plus guts.
That's a 2.
Oh, snake eyes.
Oh,
How many tokens do I have?
you have 2 tokens, so that's not
not gonna
going to do nothing. So with the 2, you take a branch and you swipe at her, but she's too fast, and she picks up her axe, and as your branch comes towards her, she takes her axe and she swipes it down and she cuts off one of your branches, and you feel this pain kind of ripple throughout your body.
I'm an agent of Kronos. I am a triad, and you attack me?
Yes! Die, tree! As Braga prepares for another swing.
Wait, it's me. It's
I wanna-
Braga
Oh,
now?
sorry.
Violet?
Chaosium Violet. I'm controlling 8 different people right now.
I want to try to
Chaosium-
reach my branches up to the sky and attract the attention of lightning somehow.
Roll me 2d6 plus skill.
That's a good idea.
We cut to Betty. Betty, you see that Violet is just now hacking at Ven's tree base.
You can roll. They don't count. They don't count on the thing.
I check to see if other Betty is still targeting me, or if she's running towards me, or what's happening with her.
Other Betty is kind of coming towards you now. You see that she's just walking, which has you a little worried.
That's no good, but this seems worse. I'm gonna try to run over to where Shadow Violet is, and I want to try to come up behind her and knock her weapon out of her hand.
Great.
As she's doing that, I want to be like, "Nay, little one, I've got her.
What
Trust
did you
me.
roll?
Kronos, she's got me." I rolled a 9.
Would you like to use a token and make it a 10?
Damn it.
Still.
Great.
This one's on me, little one.
Suddenly, Ven, you're like, describe to me how you attract this lightning again.
There's just like a creaking as all of my branches just bend upwards, and I gain like a foot in height, I guess.
You're almost standing like on your tree tippy,
Yeah.
like your root
My
tippy
roots
toes.
are coming out. It's like, Kronos, I know I just pledged myself to you, but please, my lady, my beautiful owl time goddess, I need you right now.
And almost from like within the giant squid in the sky, you see almost like this golden twinkle as this massive bolt of golden lightning just shoots down you once again. And Violet, who had her metal axe right at your base, is shocked, immediately full of this golden light, and is sent flying backwards to the other end of this plaza and slams against the brick wall and just kind of lays there, passed out.
You beautiful bird.
Then, as you've taken this second hit of massive, massive golden time energy, you feel your tree form almost receding as now time magic is kind of encompassing you instead of your traditional druid magic, as you feel yourself returning back to your fawn form. Betty, you just saw Violet just get toasted, Chaos Violet just get toasted across the edge of the plaza, and as you turn around, and Betty is just, the Chaos Betty, Shadow Betty, is standing behind you, in one hand a knife, in the other hand a knife, and in her mouth are her thieves' tools.
Oh God, I'm so great, aren't I? It's gonna end real badly. I want to start. I know she's gonna chase me, so I want to start running towards Mr. Demon Dad. Hey, Mr. Demon Dad! I don't want to hurt my past self, but can you light her up with like fire or something? The light chases away the dark stuff, please.
Oh, sweet, sweet Betty. And I shoot a light beam. I didn't know that I have two people coming at me right now, but I shoot a light beam.
First, Betty, roll heart.
Okay.
See if you can connect with Hannah.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, because it might be a you or her. Oh, fuck.
That's a 5. I have 1 token,
Betty, you have 2 tokens.
so I should make it a 7, right? Yep. It's a 7.
So you plead to me, and I, undiscerningly, because I'm still here, just shoot like a ray of light at both of you, so it hits both of you.
Cool.
I will say, too, because it was a mixed success, you don't adjust for how powerful this blast
that's what I
is.
thought. I thought I'm hurting
Yes.
both of them.
Good idea.
So-
Here you go, little one.
Everyone keeps like side shaming
Suddenly,
you.
suddenly, this bright, flaming burst is just coming at both you and Betty, and you and your shadow Betty self, as you just see this huge, almost like wall of fire just boom immediately towards you. As Betty, you take 4 points of damage, just kind of from this magical firelight, as you feel it just kind of singe your pouch with all your mushrooms, as you start to smell almost this cooked mushroom smell.
The mushrooms hurt me more than the fire could ever hurt my flesh. No.
But as you look on the ground, you see Chaos Betty laying there, completely singed, her hands releasing her knives as they burn red, hot metal, as she just lays there and the rain falls, and as it hits the hot metal of weapons, it...
Well, I hope that does not cause any permanent damage on me in the future, because that would really suck.
Question: are we to assume that the grade has been knocked out of both Violet and Betty now?
Yes.
Okay, great. So now I am dealing with
Braga
and
Hannah.
well, that Hannah's passed out,
Okay.
Hannah's passed out, so
but
it's
not
just...
necessarily degrade
Exactly.
either. And
So
we
Shadow-
also have a. That's it.
That's it. So Shadow Braga kind of smiles at you as she takes out a sword and an axe and immediately throws her axe at you. What do you do?
I freeze it midair. I'm like, this is just a waste of my time, sweet Braga.
Roll me 2d6 plus skill, and you get a +2 on this roll.
Fuck yeah. I don't have any skill because it. Jesus.
cool.
+2. That was cool. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
With a 10, yes, describe to me how you freeze that axe.
It is about to like just right in between me and the way I don't even do anything. It just stops and falls straight down. And I feel like I'm able, because I was in, the demon dad was in the other grade Hannah, that I'm able to kind of speak to them on their level. Mm-hmm. This is a waste of my time, you two. Really, we could go about this a different way. You could just let the grade get out of you or not. But really, I either kill you or him.
You almost see within your past Hannah self, you see almost like this war, as you see kind of the demon visage of your father almost fighting back as this gray smoke snake starts to encircle him and choke him around the throat and around the torso and around his legs as it starts to constrict him and pull him tighter and tighter.
It's been very exciting having to fight a god, and now I get to kill him. And I'll do you a favor. I can't say it's going to be pleasant. So I'd like to kick off and like shoot towards where Lighten is, but like leave a light, like I'm gonna Iron Man out, and it knocks the grade out of them while I do that. But really, I'm trying to get to Lighten.
I'm clutching my heart just watching this. Oh my god.
Maybe it will. Roll me 2d6 plus skill.
With a +2?
Nope.
Why not?
Because.
4, 5, 6. What's my token status?
You have 3 tokens.
And what's the second chance status?
There are no second chances.
So I'm going to make it a 7.
Wonderful. With a 7, let's see, one or the other. Let's let fate decide. All right. As you kind of as you Iron Man off, as you kind of propel yourself with this enchanted fire, you shoot off. But the angle in which you shot off could have either hit Braga, past Braga, or your past Hannah self. Unfortunately, you almost feel it in your gut as you take off. You look behind and you have just sent a huge amount of fire, singeing half of your past self's body. As you shoot up, Braga on the roof, you and Lighten almost in combat. You see Hannah just land as the clay tiles on the roof just almost explode off as soon as you land on it.
I got this. And do not intervene. This is all mine.
I got here first!
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I'm not stopping.
I pushed her to the side.
Braga, funny you should do that. Suddenly you feel your baggage triggered.
Okay.
How does that affect you in this situation?
I think that, okay, how does second guessing work here? I think that when the demon, I recognize you have the black eyes, right?
Do? I don't know. Do I?
Okay. I think that when I see the demon say, and I suddenly feel that pain in my gut again from where I was just flung before, and so I hesitate, and so whatever you do to me now just knocks me completely out of the way.
I just clear the path for me and Lighten.
Braga, you feel yourself being thrown back by Hannah almost in an eerie similar way as you feel yourself kind of land and slide against a chimney on the top of this roof.
Okay, so I'm not from the roof. Okay.
You're still on the roof.
Okay.
Yeah, you're just kind of pushed back past Lighten as you've been kind of pushed on against this chimney.
Okay.
I'd like to now. I'm turned to Lighten, and yeah. All right. Hello. How's it feel? How do you feel?
I feel nothing. They have granted me everything.
Well, you'd think you'd want to feel something, if they granted you everything.
I feel no pain. I know now not of the loss I suffered when my family sacrificed themselves for Arius and the Chaosium.
Unfortunately, they sacrifice themselves for nothing. And I grab his crystalline arm and snap it.
Roll me 2d6 with guts.
Fuck. 5, 6, 7, and I have 2 tokens only still, so it's a mixed success. I'm just gonna keep it at 7.
The mixed success, you were able to snap it, but not before he shot his shard hand up and pierced your hand right through the middle of it. So you're almost able to, you feel it pierce through your hand, and almost you snap your wrist really quick, and you're able to break off his kind of shard arm from the wrist, as now you have this shard piece just kind of hanging in your hand, and you take 3 points of damage, and now your left hand is going to be a little hard to use, and you've got a big piece of shard just in it.
And I took 4 damage earlier, right?
Yes.
So that is...
You're at 13.
13. Huh, that's what I'm talking about. I can feel things. It's important to feel things, because you know what you want when you can feel things. I know what loss is. My daughter doesn't love me anymore. I know how that feels. You have nothing to fight for because you are empty. Your family is stupid because they didn't know what they were fighting for. You're just a fucking vessel for the grade.
Indeed. And it is the greatest gift of all.
Before he finishes, I take the shard out of my hand and hit him in the crystalline graphite eye.
The hematite
The
eye.
hematite eye.
Roll my 2d6 plus guts.
Sorry, you take your glory from you.
Braga.
Oh, geez, keep on getting the same goddamn rolls. 5, 6, 7.
As you do that, you almost feel your hand just freeze, as the crystal inside your hand does not allow you to do that. We cut down to the plaza. Betty and Ven, you are regrouping with Loon. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be honest. I've never.
Seen combat?
I was over there watching Violet.
It's important.
I've never really been in a fight yet. My mom just told me all the really cool stories about the rat queens, and I thought I was, you know what? I trained every day. Also, very overprotective parents didn't really want me going out and fighting. Be a paladin. Oh, be a cleric. Oh, but be a paladin, because paladin is like you get the clerical abilities, but you can also defend yourself, and you're not just a cleric. And I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I wanted to help you guys finally, and I couldn't.
I put my hand on her shoulder. Look, some of us go out and we get the glory, but we get hurt. And we need people to heal us so we can go out and get more glory. It's everyone has their rightful place.
I think what she's trying to say is that if your parents protected you so well, you know how to protect other people really well too now. And thank you for protecting Violet. That was really important. She's one of my very best friends.
Not exactly.
Okay,
but
just
that too.
Maybe if you wouldn't mind, we're gonna drag all the bodies of the rat queens over here. They're all charred up and burned and got the darkness knocked out of them. And if you could protect them, we have to go help our other friends. They're in danger up there.
Braga still has the grade in him.
Shit.
In her.
Well, you gotta take care of that one too.
All right, I'll do it. And as soon as she says it, you see Braga's axe come slicing into Laloon's shoulder as she lets out like a wail, and you just see her you see her eyes almost go like this pale blue glow as she takes her warhammer that just starts to glow this pale blue, and she just flings it backwards, and just like with all of her might, as you see like just the tendons in her arms start to kind of like split, and suddenly shadowed grayed Braga just takes this light imbued warhammer straight to the face. As you see Braga, you almost hear like this kind of crunch in Braga's nose as she is sent falling backwards and lands on the stone floor as the rain pours down on the bodies of the rat queens.
Wow, that was pretty bad. Okay, yep. Oh, yep.
Oh, that was almost like perfect. Oh.
Yeah. See, and then you got injured too. So can you heal yourself?
I think so.
Okay.
Give me some time, but yeah, I can watch over your friends. That's what I was gonna say before that. I can watch over them.
Okay.
Go do what you need to do, Aunt Betty.
I like that. All right. Stay safe.
I will.
Can you turn into like a bird or something?
Yeah.
Like a rope? Like, can I like ride you? You like be a bird and you fly up to the top of this thing?
It sounds kind of condescending when you say it
Well,
that way.
I think it'd be like cool because.
I could grab you.
Okay. All right, let's do that one.
Do you want to ride me?
Yeah, I think that'd be more fun.
All right.
Yay!
Don't tell the others. It was your idea.
Okay.
Roll me 2d6 plus skill.
10.
You will describe to me this big, beautiful bird you turn into. What kind of bird is it?
It's going to be a very gigantic bird of prey, like a falcon.
Ooh. What's the coloring on this falcon?
A tawny brown
Ooh.
with like red in its face. Yeah. And I'm gonna like flex out my wings and be like, nice, right?
Yes. I run up her wings. I'm so stoked. I jump on like the back of her neck and I kind of like just like hold on to some feathers. I'm like, let's go fly!
Say something a little cooler.
Oh, cool. We're gonna lighten this. We're gonna show that light what's some darkness.
All right, yeah, that's good enough. Okay, cool.
Nailed it.
Suddenly with this, you like take off. We cut to Braga. Braga, you see.
Oh, I'm still here. Cool. Awesome.
Oh, don't worry. Braga, you see Lighten's. You see Hannah's hand go through Lighten's shard arm. As you see them kind of in this contest. As you start to pick yourself up from behind this wall, and you stand there. What do you do?
I'm like super pissed off now at this point because like last time I was going, like this demon guy showed up, he threw me through a wall. And then I crawled myself up with one arm to the top of a goddamn building, and then I cut this kid's arm off. Next thing I know, I'm put into a white tunnel talking to my dead boyfriend. And now I finally get back to this guy again, and this asshole shows up again and flings. So I'm like, fuck this. So I run up, knowing it's Hannah's body, I'm not going to fuck with him, but I take my 2 curved daggers that I got back in Cascas area, and I run up, and while this stupid goddamn kid is stuck fighting Demon Daddy, I just blades right into both sides of his head with these daggers.
Roll me 2d6 plus guts.
Braga.
Okay, so that is another 11.
Wow.
So Hannah, as this is how this scene plays out, Hannah, you see your arm twitching as this crystal is almost being controlled by Lighten as he smiles at you.
You fool. You will all die in the end. This is the fate of you. Do you really think you can stop?
And with that, you suddenly see these 2, Hannah, you suddenly see almost this blur out of nowhere as these 2 daggers come piercing into each side of Lighten's head, one through his still human side, the other through this kind of amethyst, hematite, crystalline side. As they pierce through, and Hannah, you almost see the blade go through his eye and his human side as these 2 daggers are now left within Lighten. Braga, what do you do now?
I go, I said I had it!
Do you rip your daggers out?
Yeah, I do.
As you rip your daggers out,
Forward. I like pull them towards me.
Oh, you pull them towards you?
Yeah, I'm messing this kid up. I'm done.
As you pull him towards you, you kind of like rip Lighten off of his feet, and now he's being dragged by his head by 2 daggers.
No, I mean like I rip through him.
Oh!
That's what I'm doing. I'm like, yeah.
As you pull your daggers forward, Hannah, you just suddenly see Lighten's face go from being solid to then being in 2 halves as you see these daggers rip through him, as you start to see the top half of like this half of his head start to come a slide a little bit as it's been removed from his body, as you see his arms go limp, and you see his head kind of fall to the side. As the top of his head falls off, his lower jaw turns to you, Braga. And in a soft voice, you hear, "Thank you." As Lighten's body shambles to the ground, you see these amethyst and hematite like crystals almost start to encase his entire body and then slowly start to disappear into dust.
Do I get any more fluids on my body at this point?
Nope, this is all, get a little dusty. You collected some dust from his you collected some like dust. Betty, you and Ven have seen this from above, and it is just terrifying as you land on this roof.
You took my kill.
I got here first. Hannah doesn't need you.
She has no idea what she needs.
She has a pretty good idea. She's a fucking rat queen.
Ugh. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad she has friends. But friends aren't the same as family. And you know, the great is something, but now this Rigoth Chrono. This is more interesting anyway.
Hannah, would you like to fight back at all, or no? How is Hannah doing on the inside?
Hannah's not thrilled. Sure, I'd like to fight back.
Roll me
See if I-
2d6
I'd like to
plus
help
heart.
before
you wanna
she
help?
fights back.
Roll me 2d6 plus your Hannah bond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I rolled a 6. Do I have any tokens?
Braga,
wait, no. I rolled a
plus
7.
one, yeah.
I rolled a 7.
You have 2 tokens.
Okay, so it's going to be a 7 regardless.
Thank
You get a
you.
the way
plus
that-
1.
The way that I help is when he says friends aren't family, and I say, in the Rat Queens they are.
So you get a plus 1 to this.
And, oh, fuck.
I'm trying.
I know. 4, 5, 6. It only makes a 6. Oh, what do I plus?
Heart.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a 6 then.
Do you have any tokens?
I don't know. I think I have 1 or 2.
You have 2.
Okay, so we're going to make it a 7.
Okay.
And, like, laughing at turns.
Yeah, suddenly you see Hannah almost in this compromised state as Hannah, you're starting to fight against, you're trying to push out this kind of this presence of you. Like this is like the demonic side of you, the demonic blood in you takes the form of your father as you try to like force it out.
Yeah,
I grab you while you're doing this.
Yeah, thank you. I imagine that, like, similar to how the grade was choking out him, I am also doing that because I saw how it actually was weakening him. So in the state of this, like, I'm choking myself trying to kill him.
We cut to the Council of D's as the 4 of them sit. Goddess D. Well, that is it. That is all we know, and that is what needs to be done. As past D and present D kind of look at each other and look back. Past D. So I don't put the mask on. But how does that keep me in the same timeline and allows me to become her if I don't put it on? As Present D looks back and says, "Yeah, are we not just screwing ourselves over? Isn't this breaking the D timeline? You have to explain this better." Listen. D, you are already a priestess of Narigoth. You already have Narigoth's power from once you put on the mask of the priestess. If you put it on again, you will be able to overpower him. It is something that no human has been able to do. Once you've put it on, you are a servant for all of life. But you will have done it twice, which is something unheard of. You also have your connection with Krona, which will stitch back the tears of time. And perhaps all will be as it shall. You will be sent to your present, which is no doubtably the present that which you are from, and so this D will still be you in the past, who then does incite everything that happens. It's too much to think about if you really think about it. Goddess D's. Honestly, I wish we could sit here forever reading books. I would love that. I love the company of myself. We all do, but time, D, is of the essence. D, you and D must go back together. Are you ready for this? As past D and present D look at each other and nod. All right. Now close your eyes and focus on Narigoth. Recite the chant of the High Priestess one more time. As past D and current D take each other's arms and embrace one another as they close their eyes and start to whisper. We cut back to the rooftop where Hannah is in an intense interior battle with herself. Betty, you're standing on the roof. Ven, you're still in hawk-like form. And Braga, you're holding the daggers.
No, I grabbed onto Hannah at this point.
Oh, you grabbed. That's
I'm
right. You
trying to
grabbed
hold
onto
her.
Hannah.
I'm trying to like help her pull out.
We look down at the scene below in the plaza, and we see Laloon dragging dragging all the bodies on top of each other and just, all right, I'm just going to keep them here. This will be fine. As you see her she holds up her war hammer and creates this almost like protective little bubble around the 5 queens. And as the 4 of you are on the roof, thank you for all the tokens and the baggage. Suddenly, you see Narigoth's form descend even faster as its tentacles shoot out. One wraps around you and Braga. Hannah and Braga are suddenly encased in a tentacle. Betty, you suddenly find yourself being encased in a tentacle. And Ven, you feel yourself being just wrapped by this tentacle, constricted. That was the word. Everyone is feeling constricted as you feel Narigoth's dark, inky, time-bending presence just start to seep and feed off of your energy. The 4 of you are held in the middle of the air. When suddenly there is a light from the balcony of the Manor of Palisade. As the 4 of you keep fighting against this tentacle, its grip on you becoming tighter and tighter. You all, oh boy!
No.
You all taking 6 points of damage.
I will negate that and turn back into my human.
Oh, that's right. You
my
get
fawn form.
Ven, you don't take any damage as you immediately turn back into your fawn form. But as the 4 of you feel this constricting power, Hannah, Betty, and Braga feeling your life force drain out of you into this god. You almost hear this voice in your head say, "It's going to be all right. I'm back, bitches." As you see this figure in the distance stand on top of the balcony, wearing the mask, the priestess mask of Narigoth. As you see Present D look back, send her arms into the air, and suddenly the inky black clouds and Narigoth that had descended down to Palisade, you see all of the gold being sucked out of him. You see all of the gold lightning suddenly just vibrating and shaking until they culminate and shoot down into 2 beams of light straight into Dee's hands as Golden D stands there, looks at Narigoth, gives him the middle finger, and then everything goes white. We cut back. And we find the 4 of you open your eyes and find yourself inside of a small hut. It no longer looks in shambles or disheveled. The bookcases that had once been broken and leaning against other furniture are all clean and straightened and even dusted. This home is put back together as the 4 of you find yourself sitting on a circular rug inside of this home. Then you feel within you Krona's powers. Slightly there, not as strong as you remember, but you feel almost something calling to you in this room. Almost like a voice. Then you turn around and you see a small girl with golden white hair and a simple white smock standing there, holding a rather large white egg. She reaches out her hand to you. What do you do?
I You gonna cook us breakfast with that? And I'll like put my hand in hers.
As you put your hand in hers, you feel almost all the time power leave you.
Oi!
But not before you feel a surge throughout your entire body. As the little girl smiles.
Oh, Ven. You've done such a good job. Thank you so much.
Oh, all right. You disarmed me with that.
I'm sorry. I'm sure I appear very different now, but
Are you Krona?
I am.
Immediately get down on one knee.
Oh,
My goddess, I'm so sorry.
oh, Ven.
My apologies. I'm so sorry. Should I cook you breakfast? I don't know. Do you eat? I don't know.
Breakfast can wait.
As she looks over at you, Hannah, Betty, Braga, and Dee. Violet still on the ground.
You did it. You saved Palisade. And you saved me, Dee.
As you see little Krona approach Dee.
I'm so sorry. I ever tried to meddle. I know I made your time back there even more difficult, but Palisade is saved again because of you. And it feels like you've done a nasty blow against Arius, haven't you, Braga?
Like I said, I wasn't that impressed by them.
As Krona smiles.
Your futures are bright, rat queens. I can promise you that. And you will always have my services whenever I can offer them. I promise. It'll take some time for me to regain all of my powers again and reach the state I once was, but not only have you saved Palisade, you have saved time itself. For now. Arius still has their plans for you, and the prophecies must be fulfilled. But know, all will be well.
As the tiny egg in her hand starts to kind of shake, as you start to see little cracks form on the egg, and like a little beak kind of pecks out. And as the little beak pecks out, a little head starts to pop off the top of the egg. And there you see a tiny baby barn owl.
Oh.
We
And
didn't
you
kill
were gonna
him!
cook him.
We didn't kill
I
him!
didn't know what was inside it.
Minuto!
As you see little 6-year-old Krona cradle the baby owl.
Okay, don't kill this one, Anna.
I'm just.
Did you kill an owl?
No, I did not.
She just tried to snap.
Okay.
One and the same.
What do we do about Violet? Let me... Krona, as you see Dee kind of get down on Krona's level. Let me get this straight. You renegotiated my deal with Narigoth, thus putting yourself in danger, thus me taking you out of the equation, thus takes myself out of the equation, which means... Krona nods.
You are a full cleric again, with no bond or agreement to Narigoth for the moment.
As Dee stands up and smiles, she goes over to Violet and puts her hands on Violet. As Dee smiles with tears coming down her eyes, feeling her healing magic stronger than ever, and back and feeling the confident Dee that she's always been. You see Violet, face twitch, as she just pops back up off the ground.
And then we all dogpile her.
As the 5 of you all dogpile together. Ven, what are you doing here?
Standing to the side awkwardly. Just kind of like toeing the ground, like... Is Krona still in the room?
She's right next to you, and you feel her tiny hand kind of grab your cloak.
Oh, yes, my goddess.
Then, for your service, I will train you, not only to be a druid of the wood, but a druid of time. And perhaps,
as Krona looks over the queens,
you will be the one to aid them once again.
I think I shall. Can't let this one go.
Okay. All right. I could I'm not.
I'm not going to do it. We cut to an hour later after the 5 of you have rejoined one another, have smiled, have celebrated in the fact that Palisade is safe once again. You open the door, and there before you is the glistening port of Palisade, restored. It feels like the sun is shining brighter than ever as you walk down the streets past the Black Satyr that is built once again. And Braga, as you walk by, you catch a glimpse of perhaps a bard that has made her permanent residence at the inn.
I kind of mutter, are we still criminals here, though?
As you continue down the street, you pass by a sign that says auditions for the combat club, rejected by the Fighters Guild. Come join Ronnie's combat club. And you also notice that there seems to be, to the right of the town square, there seems to be a very bustling side. You see a number of apothecary shops, cleric stands, and whatnot, as it seems that Palisade now has a booming health industry as a result of this timeline. It seems that the port city has not only built the Merchants Guild in this timeline, it has also built the health
Industry.
industry of
Chiropractors
Palisade.
for all shapes and sizes.
That's hilarious.
As the 5 of you all smile and look at each other, and Braga, that idea does cross your mind. Suddenly from behind you, you hear 2 voices. Ah, yes. We were wondering when you would return, Rat Queens. You see, we have some questions to ask you.
I like instantly put my hands up like, all right, we're just so tired. Can you just feed us some stale bread and water and we'll go answer whatever you have to say?
I speak for these women.
You're just suddenly, Hannah, there was a leaf on your shoulder, and suddenly this leaf just like becomes Ven.
Holy shit!
As the 5 of you turn around, and standing there is Mayor Kane and Sawyer. Sawyer crossing his arms, Mayor Kane kind of with his arms up, matching you, being surprised by this druid fawn who just appeared.
About those beds?
Listen, it's not... Sawyer has convinced me not to arrest you and said I just need you to come answer some questions. Perhaps there is a way that Palisade can help you.
Hooray! Come to our house in like 10 minutes. Wink.
No, you're coming to
Wink.
mine.
No, but
Do you have a
wink.
bed?
Yeah, we need naps.
We're very tired.
Sawyer kind of looks at Mayor Kane, and Mayor Kane is like, fine, be in my office at first thing in the morning. Go get your rest. Go get your
Beer.
beer. Do not... I swear, if you do break something, then I will arrest you for that. Sawyer, I will have Sawyer arrest you for that. But first thing in the morning, my office. And I promise to, for the moment, lift charges.
That's the right choice.
Because of something... Well... Someone left this for you. As he hands a letter to you, Hannah. All right, Sawyer. Come, we must prepare for tomorrow, and you must go over the recent investment into the guard with me once again. Tell me why we need more men and why more money needs to go into the city guard. As you see Mayor Kane and Sawyer make their way up towards the Palisade Guard in the city hall.
I flip open, I break the wax seal and open it.
Inside you see a letter. Dear Mayor Kane, unbeknownst to you, the Rat Queens have just successfully saved Palisade from destruction once again. Your city is in debt to them. Thus, all charges should be lifted. If you need any proof, know this. The Triad sends their regards.
Did you send this? Did you? You just wanted to see this, didn't you? You just wanted to see how it was gonna play out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Krona let me have a little bit of a break.
Oh yeah, time must not work the same for you. How long have you been working with her now?
It's been a long week, trust me.
Yeah.
Are you impressed?
I'm super impressed. I didn't even notice that there was a leaf on my shoulder.
Getting better at my skills, I guess. If you see another leaf, think of me.
I'm gonna.
And then I'm gonna transform into a leaf, and I'm gonna blow away
On the wind. You're a leaf on the wind. Yes, you said it's this beautiful. The 5 queens suddenly see Ven transform into a leaf and just drift off.
I shout after the leaf, you could have became a bird again or whatever, but
No, this is cool. This is really cool.
The leaf's gonna be our
It's
thing.
come full circle.
Okay.
As the 5 queens begin to make their way to their home, we zoom out as we see them walking towards Hannah's home for a good night of rest and beer. And as we continue to zoom out, we see the beautiful glistening port of Palisade. And we continue to zoom out across the map of the realm. And then we begin to head north. Northeast. To a beautiful land of rolling hills and smiling smidgens. As we crest over these hills, we see tiny smidgen homes built into trees and hills within this glen. As we come up upon one home in particular. And we come up and we come into the window, and from inside the window we see a curly brown-haired smidgen reading a letter by the fire. We see him reading it with tears in his eyes. But as he reads the postmark, you see this wry smile come across his mouth. As he looks up, tucks the letter into his vest, and calls out, Uncle! Now where was that ring of yours? I think I need it now. And that is where we will end Chapter 3 of the Rat Queens RPG.
Oh shit, he's gonna be a handful.
What will happen in Chapter 4? You'll have to come next week to find out as a new arc will begin. Thank you all so much for joining us and for donating and participating and being a part of tonight's show. And thank you again, special thank you to you, Mika. Thank you so much for joining us at the table and for bringing Ven into our lovely...
I'm sure one person is not thankful.
That kind
Hannah.
of.
I have a lot to think about now.
Will Ven return? That is a strong possibility.
Yay.
Who knows what's on the wind for our Rat Queens?
Apparently druids are Hannah's type.
I'm into it.
Between
Yeah.
Ben and Sadie in the
Oh my
comics.
god. Yeah, I'm in.
So let's go ahead and let's thank all the people who made tonight possible.
Yay.
Damoon Rules.
Damoon Rules.
Zauron 23.
Sauron 23.
PR Fan 2002.
PR Fan 2002.
Aradin Sync.
Aradin
Aradin.
So close.
Yep.
Yep.
Every time.
Earth Lore Elder.
Lore Elder.
Keen 456.
Keen 456.
Haywood.
Haywood.
Andrew Davies 202.
Andrew Davies 202.
Extreme Gamer 26.
Extreme Gamer 26.
You just told me this name, Knight.
Mayor?
You just told me.
Eridinsk. Mr. W.
Mr. W.
PR Fan 2002.
PR Fan 2002.
J Pistol.
J Pistol.
Mexican Robin 91.
Mexican Robin 91.
YDNA Cable Lab.
YDNA Cable Lab.
J Pistol.
J Pistol.
J Pistol.
J Pistol.
J Pistol.
J Pistol.
Super Mega Ultra Hyperforce.
Super Mega Ultra Hyperforce.
YDNA Cable.
YDNA Cable.
Oh, Kablab.
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 J Pistol.
J Pistol.
J Pistol.
J Pistol.
Oh, you guys, give me the hard names. Mule Jack. Sea Spider.
Jackal.
Sea Spider Mix.
Sea Spider Mix.
Terrence Pryor.
Terrence Pryor.
And Dreckfletch.
Dreckfletch.
Thank you all so much for participating and helping make tonight's story and show possible. What we do on Hyper RPG, we cannot do without your help, and we want to thank you so much for it. Thank you so much. I want to just give a shout out. Thank you to everyone who helped Hyper RPG reach their goal at the Hyperdrive this past weekend. I heard it was an
amazing Hyperdrive, and it was super funny. There's so many amazing clips from it.
And bodacious. Excellent. So thank you all so much for all of your support that you give, not only on social media, not only in the Discord, which you should join. Jump in the Rat Queens Discord. Talk to us about the show. I want to hear what your thoughts are. Are you picking up what the overall plot is? Perhaps.
There's still more?
Oh, there's a lot.
Yeah.
So give me your theories. And yeah, just talk to us about the show. I'd love to hear what you think. And thank you so much for talking about the show on social media using hashtag RatQueens. We really appreciate it. We can't wait to see you at Gen Con 2019.
Yeah.
I'm so stoked. Let's go around the table real quick, and where can they find you?
Hi, I'm Jessica Lynn Verdi. You can find me at Jessica Verdi with an I on Twitter, or Jessica Lynn Verdi on Instagram, and go to RipleyImprov.com for cool things.
I'm Michelle Wynn Bradley. You can find me everywhere on the internet at I Am Chubby Bunny. I'll be stage hosting in the Anime Expo opening ceremonies tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. We can watch that on twitch.tv/Anime Expo, and also the fashion show on Friday. Can't remember what time it is. Look it up. Thanks.
9.
Nope. Keep going.
Hi, I'm Mika Midget, tallest midget you've ever seen. It's my last name. You can find me on Twitter and Twitch at Siren Mika, and Instagram at the Siren Mika, because there's someone in Sweden with the Siren
I
Mika
get it.
tag.
Don't worry. There's
They
a
haven't
Frankly
posted.
Emily, and
I know.
they haven't posted either. I'm with you.
Swedes.
So mad about it.
I am Bradley Silverman, and I am on a comedy album that came out this week. I didn't know about it until it launched, but because I filmed a special last year called Everything is Fine, and it's now available in audio form. So wherever you get your comedy albums, like Spotify or iTunes, or I guess Apple Music now, and all those places. So check it out. It's called Everything is Fine. It's me and like 5-letter comics, and check it out.
Awesome.
Woohoo!
Nice.
And I am your G-Emily, Frankly_Emily on Twitter, and with that extra underscore on Instagram. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Who knows what lies in store for our Rat Queens? Perhaps it's sass, perhaps it's sorcery, or perhaps it's something else. You'll have to find out next Wednesday at 7 p.m. right here on Hyper RPG. And until then, keep adventuring, my queens.